Domo, welcome everybody. So I finished Bobadora earlier than I thought, so it's not going to be going by our schedule. Instead, the yanderes are back. Ah! So yes, Domo Forever Flame, yes, we are doing yanderes today and Saturday. There was a yandere jam a while back, so I downloaded a whole bunch of them, so that's what we're doing now. Losing my mind. But yeah, Domo Ikijo, a good morning to you, even though it's night for me. Yeah, so we're starting with this one first, since I know it's the longest out of the ones I downloaded. It should take like 2 hours. These are the games you were gonna play last Yandere? Yeah, pretty much. Like, that was the original plan before things happened. I don't even remember what I did. Oh yeah, Friday Night Funkin'. Yeah, this was what I was gonna play last Saturday, but then Friday Night Funk was like, hey, have an update. So yeah, so for this first one, so for those of you that aren't well acquainted with yanderes, it's like, yes, they are the kind that will like stalk and kill and all that, but there's like 2 primary types. There's the obsessive and the possessive type. And the obsessive type is usually the ones that'll kill your enemies for you, but might also steal your toothbrush and do God knows what to it. While the possessive type is usually the one that locks you in your basement. This one's the possessive type. This is from what I read in the description of it, it's a British ghost that deliberately pokes at your anxiety to keep you forever. So without further delay, let's fucking go. Buddy desu. We'll be a hive mind. There's a man that follows me. Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to turn down that loud beeping noise. We'll just have to deal with it. I sit in the cafe, typing at my laptop as I sip the final dregs of my iced coffee. I look up, gazing over the top of the screen to the seat opposite of me. Yeah, it's like, get in the basement, Shinji. He's sitting there. He wasn't sitting there before, but I'm not surprised to see him. He vanishes from time to time. There was a blissful period when he didn't appear for an entire weekend. Still, even when he's not visible, I know that he's always around. Watching. Waiting. Got a little eyeball. He's a young man, dressed in sharp, crisp clothes. Some might even call him handsome. He crosses one leg over the other and leans back, enjoying the aroma of his espresso before taking a sip. He never takes his eyes off me. I focus my gaze on the laptop screen, trying to avoid looking at his face. But I mean, it's so handsome. I was in the middle of typing a sentence, but I can't remember the continuation. For a minute, I stare blankly at the document, typing, deleting, and retyping the same word over and over as a cold, prickling sensation watches over me. It's like, oh yeah, lemon juice isn't even here yet, so it's like... He'd probably relate. But anyway, the man finally speaks. His voice is calm but reassured. He talks with the quiet confidence of a university professor.
This is a nice cafe, isn't it? It's your favorite. It's cozy and quiet, and the coffee is good. It's not too expensive either.
Yeah, it's like it's better than those companies that charge you $7. I don't respond. The man continues to chat.
All of the employees are kind. They're generous, allowing students to work here for so long.
Yeah.
Though, you've already been here for 30 minutes. It was fairly empty when you first arrived, but it's going to be crowded soon. People always drop by to kill time before their evening classes. Don't you think it's about time to leave?
Yeah, it's suddenly getting dark. That's not ominous at all. I have a drink. The man picks up the plastic cup and shakes it, rattling the ice cubes. He cocks his head and looks at me, raising an eyebrow.
You had a drink?
Yeah, I drank it. I bought it. With money. I'm thinking about getting some food. Maybe a pastry or a bagel.
Are you? Really? When you're trying to save money? And you have sandwich fixings at home.
I can save the cream cheese? I slumped down, leaning my face closer to the screen as I mashed the keys, filling the document with gibberish only tangentially related to the topic of the paper. Ah, yes, when you have to just type filler bullshit to fit that 5-page paper requirement. Yeah, this is fully voice acted, I think. The man sighs.
The employees are too kind. They won't tell you to leave, even if you're being a bother. You're a paying customer, after all. A paying customer that sat here for 30 minutes.
It says
after
almost
getting
full
a
voice
single
acting.
Coffee, and insists on taking up an entire 2-person table for just one person.
Well, you're sitting here, so I mean... that's 2 technically. Even if they can't see the voices.
Let's go home, okay?
Okay. 1 minute later, and I'm tossing my cup in the recycling. I open the door to the cafe. The cold wind outside buffets my face. Yum 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 yum. And chilly droplets sting my skin. As I head back to my dorm, the man walks alongside me, a satisfied and jaunty spring in his step. He tries to hold my bag, but I refuse. As he strolls along, he hums merrily. He even reaches out to hold my hand. Ooh, spicy. Yeah, he rancid. Interlacing his fingers with mine, but I shut my hand out of his grasp. The drizzle begins to turn into a shower. The man's mood doesn't dampen. He jogs alongside me at an easy pace as I sprint home, shivering as the rain soaks through my clothes. When I unlock the door, the man waits to the side, still watching my face closely. Droplets of water fall from the hair framing his sunny expression. Before I go inside, he pulls my sleeve and lands a kiss on my cheek.
I was so happy to spend this time with you. I'll see you again soon.
Okay, thank you, goodbye. He walks away. When I poke my head into the hallway, he has already vanished. Spooky. I'm surprised. Usually he follows me inside. He lingers, preparing tea and snacks and soothing music. Then after an hour or 2, he disappears. I'm always glad when he's gone. That man wasn't always there. I can't remember seeing him when I was in elementary school. Blech. Perhaps he was lingering somewhere, watching, but he never came to talk to me. The first time I met him was in middle school, right before the school play. As I held backstage, frantically rehearsing my lines, I saw him for the first time. I gazed up to see a boy kneeling beside me. He looked different at the time. He was younger, and he wore a simple collared shirt and a pair of jeans. I thought that he might have been a classmate, but I didn't recognize him. At first I thought he was strange, but I tried to ignore him. Instead, I focused on the crumpled sheet of printer paper, repeating the words until they rolled off the tongue. He looks incredibly stabbable, yeah, right? Then he spoke. There are many people watching. Can you imagine what it'd be like if you forgot your lines? You're standing on stage in front of dozens of people, flapping your mouth like a dying fish. I wonder what your classmates would think. They'd probably curse you for ruining weeks of hard work. For being the only wrench in a well-oiled machine. Yeah, he going, like, even when he first met us, he's like, I'm gonna stab you right in the insecurities! Yippee! Oh, well, I hope that doesn't happen. That would be terrible, wouldn't it? Half an hour later, as I stood on stage in front of dozens of parents, my mind went blank. I forgot my line. I think he was negging us. I choked, tears stinging the corner of my eyes. As I looked around the auditorium, I saw a stranger standing at the back, arms crossed as he leaned against the wall. I couldn't tell if he looked sympathetic or elated. As I walked home, he found me again, skipping alongside me. He held my hand and smiled. I screamed at him. I pushed him away and ran. You go. When he was out of sight, I looked at my palm. He had given me some chocolate. Since then, I've seen the stranger countless times. He appears anywhere, when I'm walking around outside, when I'm shopping, when I'm in class. The only place that offers me some semblance of refuge is my room, although he still sneaks in there sometimes, invading even my most private of spaces. Oh yeah, and thanks for the bits, Cosmic. I did see that Twitch loaded in some new features. I don't know his name. I just call him Gist? Geist? Yeah, it's the gist of it. The Jizzler. Anyway. Yeah, big emo go brr. I lean over my keyboard and groan. No matter what I try, the program won't output the correct answer. After over an hour of tinkering, the result is the same. I look at the clock at the bottom of the screen. 7:03 p.m. If I recall correctly, there should be computer science tutoring scheduled from 7 to 9 tonight. My fingers twist in my shirt. I've never gone to tutoring before, but the assignment is due at 11 p.m. I bite my lips, staring hard at the code, hoping that some solution will magically appear in my brain. It doesn't. The clock changes to 7:04 p.m. Time is moving! No! I stand. I could do this. The alternative is missing the assignment and getting a 0 after all. Besides, who goes to tutoring? There probably won't be anyone there. I was wrong. When I'm standing outside the door, my resolve falters. I peer in through the shades covering the window. There are quite a few people inside. At least 10. A familiar cold hand lands on my shoulder. Guest smiles at me. His expression twisted into something resembling sympathy.
So many people. Better not go in. Let's go home. I'm sure that you can figure it out.
No, shut up.
Is the room not open?
Oh, hello. I turn. Hello? A boy with a wide smile and warm brown eyes is standing behind me. I recognize him. His sky blue Hawaiian shirt decorated with plumeris is difficult to forget. We're in the same lecture. He always sits in the front row. This new guy better treat us better than the first one. We'll find out.
Oh, I got it. No key card, right? I got you.
He got me, fam! He maneuvers around me and swipes the card through the ID reader. When it clicks, he swings the door open and holds it for me. One of those kind of schools.
After you.
I take a deep breath and go in. The room is surprisingly crowded, probably because the problem set is due tonight. Several small groups of students are huddled over their laptops in different areas of the room, scrutinizing their screens. A couple scragglers are hunched over the university desktops, typing furiously. Yeah, we a queen. There seems to be a single tutor, a pale Japanese guy. He has messy dyed hair and he's wearing a tricone university letterman's jacket. He's leaning on the desk next to one of the stragglers, pointing to the screen as he explains something. I go to a corner of the room and sit between two of the computers. I take out my laptop, rousing from its slumber, and navigate into my code editor. Guest settles into the chair next to me, crossing one leg over the other, like a douche. The boy also sits next to me, on the opposite side. He leaves one computer gap between us. My heart hitches. Is he going to try to talk to me? I just came to get some help with my homework. I'm not ready to make small talk with a stranger. To my relief, the boy just takes out his laptop and starts typing. Need any help? The tutor walks over. His icy eyes flip between us before settling on the boy. The boy gestures to me with both hands.
That person was here first.
Look at you, troubling him. You wouldn't even have come in if he didn't hold the door for you.
He was being a gentleman! Shut up!
Let's hope you can talk without tripping over your own tongue like a buffoon.
I will roll persuasion! My cheeks heat up. I frantically click through my pages of web searches, hoping that the tutor doesn't see my open tabs or my bookmarks, which is full of a lot of hentai. Anyway, finally I open the code editor back up. I'm running into an error, and I can't figure it out. The tutor peruses my screen. Peruses? Don't more time, Worm Gecko, welcome. It takes him less than 2 seconds to spot the issue. Easy one. Here. You've gotten a less than or equal sign. Should be less than. I made a correction. The tutor waits as I run the program. He directs me through a couple of tests. When he verifies the code is working as intended, he turns to the boy. Alright, what about you?
If I'm Being honest, I don't really know where to start.
This writer is never programmed. Like, yeah, where the fuck did you find that? It's like, yes, you're first. Congratulations. How you doing? The tutor raises an eyebrow and grabs the chair next to the boy, making himself comfortable. Let's see, the palindrome problem? For this one, you need to make a recursive function. I returned to my own homework. Yeah, someone will clip you being first. Sure, if that's what you want. My brain is particularly slow today. My fingers stumbling over the keys. For some reason, I can't seem to focus on the assignment. 20 minutes pass, and I'm still working on the same problem. Jesus Christ. Gist leans back in his chair and he reads a novel. The bell jar is emblazoned in elegant cursive letters on the cover. I've read that book. That better not be fucking foreshadowing, you. Like, I know that book! Yeah, it's like, it's a slow brain day. It's the day you smooth your brain out.
You can't focus because there are too many people here. What if they're all looking at you, seeing how horribly slow you are? Why are you even in this class when you're so terrible at coding?
Nah, he hasn't interacted with anyone else yet. It's like he's not even there at all. My mouth tightens into a scowl. Next to me, the tutor had been hovering by the boy the entire time, guiding his charge methodically through the problem. However, it's slow going. Several sheets of paper covered with scrawled diagrams are lying on the desk, but the boy's eyebrows are still furrowed in confusion. Like, yeah, gee, I wonder. The older student sighs, glancing at the other students in the room. I'll be back. Let me help them for a sec. The boy nods in understanding. Geist, claps his book shut, demanding my attention.
Why don't we go home? You got what you came for. We can finish in peace and quiet at the dorms.
I grit my teeth. I want to stuff that book down his throat, but then I hear something weird. The boy is making a strange, pitiful sound in his throat. He sounds kind of like a whining puppy. He stares at the computer in dejection, his frown so deep that it looks like a rain cloud crossed over his face. I eye his screen. Every time he runs up his program, it freezes, refusing to budge until he force closes it. I look a little closer. Oh, he forgot to increment the counter variable. Whatever the fuck that means. Should I say something? It's an easy enough fix, but my throat feels dry.
You'd better not. Can you really explain yourself clearly? You're just going to make him more confused.
Well, I am.
Besides, he didn't ask for your help. Why do you want to stick your nose somewhere it doesn't belong? If anything, he'll think you're a creep who's spying on him.
Thanks one to no one! Gase's voice squeezes my vocal cords. It's difficult to breathe, let alone speak. It's the number you use to count how many times a loop can run. Oh, so it's probably running like 20 million loops. Alright, so yeah, there's basically two routes. We'll start with the bad route. The one where we actually listen to the guy. I'll stay silent. I purse my lips and return my attention to my own homework. I type away for a few minutes, running a series of loops.
Excuse me.
My heart rate spikes and my shoulders hunch. As if swinging on a rusty hinge, my head turns slowly to look at the boy sitting next to me.
Really sorry to bother you, but would you mind taking a look at this? My code keeps freezing and I can't figure it out.
How am I supposed to say no to that goddamn smile? Look at this boy. Look at this shining boy. I scoot my chair over and he makes room for me. I pretend to study his screen. Cowboy era. Okay. Doing some cowboy and Indians, I say. There, you didn't increment your counter variable, so the loop never stops running.
Ah, so that's what it was.
Like, ah! He types a correction and runs the program. It runs without freezing, even though it doesn't output the correct answer.
You saved me. Oh, thank you. What's your name? I'm Calais.
Calais? Bloody.
Nice to meet you. We're in the same lecture, right? I'm pretty sure I've seen you around.
I nod my head. My eyes inadvertently skirt around his face, avoiding direct eye contact. We return to our respective problem sets. Once or twice, he reaches out to me with a question or asks me what problem I'm working on. Every time he opens his mouth, my stomach does a backflip. Like, yes, I know, but what's your name? It's like, yeah. Slowly, the other students file out of the room. Soon, Calais and I are the only ones left. The door opens. I can't words anymore. A female student hovers in the doorway. She's dark-skinned. Her umber hair falls in coils, framing her face. She's wearing a bright blue Tricone University sweatshirt. I'm assuming that's just straight up the name of our university. A pair of dark wash jeans and a white backpack. When she sees Calais and me, her eyes widen in surprise. She talks to the tutor, letting the door close behind her. Oh, are you still busy? Yeah. Take your time, I'll be over here. Calais' eyes widen and he waves enthusiastically at the older student. She smiles and waves back. The older student goes to the other side of the room and sits in a chair. She slings her backpack over the back of the seat before taking a book out of her bag and starting to read. You know her?
Yeah. She's a TA from one of my other classes. Super nice and so smart. She gave me a lot of advice about the courses and teachers in the bio department.
Cool. I eyed the clock. 9:15 p.m. I've been here too long. The tutor is only paid to stay on the clock till 9. I start to pack my things. I'm not done, but I'll just have to finish it up somewhere else. Next to me, Calais seems to have the same idea. I think the icy-eyed upperclassmen and exit the computer lab. I check my phone again. 9:20 p.m. now. I still have an hour and a half to finish up and submit. I should go to the library. I can't waste valuable time walking back to my dorm as I'm being chased around by country music. Yeehaw. Before I have the chance to put on my headphones, Calais jogs up beside me, his backpack bouncing on his shoulder. I instinctively tense up.
Hey, you still get some homework to do, right? Do you want to work on it together?
Hell yeah! Okay. I'm so taken back that I can't even think to refuse. He beams.
Shoots! Comrades until 11.
Hell yeah, man. Let's fucking go.
Gee, it's done.
Calais and I both slump on the table, relieved. 10:52 p.m. We submitted our assignments just in time.
Thanks for doing it with me. I don't know what I would have done without you.
Yeah, buddy. I can't resist smiling, hoping that I don't look overly awkward. It was fun. Well, as fun as doing homework could be. Calais is easy to talk to and jokes around a bit while still taking his work seriously. Coding didn't come easy to him initially, but once things started to click, he began to breeze through the problems much more easily. I was worried it would be a one-sided affair, but he ended up helping me as much as I helped him. As I closed out of my coding editor, I side-eyed a blonde man sitting next to me, menacingly. To my surprise, Gase is silent as a mouse. When we were filming our homework, I noticed him glaring at the two of us over the top of the bell jar, but the blonde man didn't say a word. Again, better not be foreshadowing. There better not be any ovens around here. Even now, no venomous quips escape his lips. He just stares at Calais, face twisted in an expression of vague irritation.
It's this late? Oh, gotta go. Early morning tomorrow. See you in class.
Yes, bye-bye. He smiles as he waves goodbye. After he leaves, my chest feels light. Sometimes good things do happen. Even the people like me. Oh my god. Sometimes the sun does come, even to a place where it always rains. Considering we hang out with a British man, that seems to explain a lot. I have to keep myself from humming as I pack up my own belongings. When I exit the library, the air is chilly, nipping at my nose and cheeks. It's completely dark and mostly empty, the lamps casting eerie pools of light over the main plaza. Like, oh yeah, that I kind of said that at the very beginning, that he's pretty much our anxiety. So as I go down the library steps, gaze follows a step behind, matching my every stride. I steer my gaze ahead, trying to ignore him. I take my headphones from around my neck and snap them over my ears. A welcome shield from the cold. I take out my phone and select my listening material of choice. Yeah, I'll play some soothing music. I have my playlist of piano cover songs. The soothing instrumentals envelop my ears, drawing out the world. If you did, it was yeah, I did say in the very beginning, like, he's basically a ghost. That's our anxiety. I turn towards the path leading down to my dorm, but something catches my eye. Someone's waving at me, a girl wearing a white hoodie, her hair tossed into a loose bun. I recognize her, although I don't know her name. We're in the same classics seminar. What should I do? Should I wave? Should I pretend I don't see her and walk past? Well, not wave this time. I lower my eyes, pulling my headphones tighter over my ears. I don't see anything. I don't hear anything. Eventually, she skips past me, greeting a girl jogging out of the library. I relax. I made the right choice. No, I said I was gonna... You missed everything when you resetted your browser. I said we were gonna play... There's 2 routes. Of course, she couldn't have been waving at me. We barely know each other. We're not friends. I turn up the volume on my phone and walk faster. I just want to get home as quickly as possible. However, even with my headphones blaring over my ears, Gay's voice still haunts me. But yeah, no, there's 2 routes.
That's right. Pretend that you don't see anyone. Pretend that you don't hear anyone. If you don't talk to them, they'll never hurt you.
Like, whatever, dude. Yeah, I get up unusually late the next morning. Well, morning is probably generous. It's afternoon by the time I put down my phone and roll out of bed. After getting home, I stayed up until 4 a.m. on socials. I didn't even process what I was looking at. I just scrolled. I could hold my newborn kid in one hand. Famous influencer acts like a jerk for the 15th time this week. Modern dating sucks and we'll all die alone. Yippee! It was stupid and pointless, but I just wanted to escape. To overload my brain with so much stimulation that I could forget my troubles. Wake up at 20 every day style. I sit up, my head aches, my stomach growls, clawing on my insides. Well, I guess I should eat something. When I enter the cafeteria, a menagerie of scents assaults my nose. There's a typical array of brunch items. Eggs, pancakes, sausages, fruits, and yogurt. There's also a limited selection of normal lunch dishes. I peruse the menu that's posted near the entrance. Usually I grab something quick and portable that I could take to the park or to my dorm room, like a smoothie or a packed sandwich. But today I eyed the hot food stations, my mouth watering. I would have to eat at the cafeteria, but I look at the hall. There aren't too many people here, just a couple of stragglers. It's late for lunch, so most of the students have already come and gone. My grumbling stomach wins out over any reservations I have about eating in public. I really want to eat the mac and cheese. The student worker dishes out a generous serving of mac and cheese. I take it to a table in the corner. I dig my spoon into the pasta, admiring the white luster of the cheese and the sprinkling of golden breadcrumbs on top. The creaminess is heavenly. It only takes a few minutes to finish half of the dish.
You! Mind if I sit here?
Hello! I almost choked on my food. Ellie is standing next to me, holding a tray with a grilled cheese sandwich, a container of sweet potato curly fries, and a glass of cola. Nice. I raise a hand to cover my coughs and gesture to the seat in front of me. Calais beams and sits down.
Didn't think I'd see you here. Did you manage to get any sleep last night?
Maybe? A bit. I barely able to get the words out. I'm so frazzled by the sun intruder on my table.
You see what happened because you decided to sit here? Now this guy found you, and you'll have to eat the rest of your lunch trying to have awkward small talk with someone you barely know.
Joke's on you, I could just mask this shit! Yeah, frazzled and razzle-dazzled. The familiar blonde man is sitting next to me, sipping an iced coffee. He glares at Calais. He looks like he wants to strangle the boy. Calais sets his tray down and makes a big bite of a sandwich, melting cheese oozing between his fingers and onto his plate. He chews and swallows before speaking.
Man, comp sci is so much tougher than I thought it'd be. I took it because I thought it would be easier than taking an actual math class, but somehow it's even worse.
How did you think that computer science would be easier than a math class? What was your logic there, sir? He pushes his container of sweet potato fries towards me, but I shake my head. Unrealistic. I would absolutely take at least 3 sweet potato fries. He takes a fry and chomps it in half.
How's it for you? Hard?
It's like, it's not bad, I guess. Is it? I wouldn't know. It's not too bad. Kali nods, taking another bite of his sandwich. I look down. He only just sat down, but the chat is already petering out. I can't keep up a conversation with this guy. I can only hope that he'll eat quickly and leave me alone. Kali puts his grilled cheese down. He wipes his fingers on his napkin before taking out his phone.
Hey, do you mind if I add you on try-message?
Sure.
None of my friends are taking comp sci, so I don't have anyone to suffer with me. Please?
Sure. Oh, yeah. Before I can even process what he asked, I'm already fumbling my phone out of my pocket. I nearly drop it. Yeah, true, you could just pull out a calculator. Yeah, you can have the computer do the math for you, so you have a point there.
What's your ID?
Oh no, my pulse quakes as I open the app that I have never opened before. Ah! On the inside, I'm screaming. It's prompted me to make an account! Guy has finished his coffee. He crosses his legs, turning sideways to the chair to face me with an amused smirk on his face.
Oh no. Better not let Calais see that. He'll find out that you're a hopeless loner. After all, you didn't even bother making an account because you don't have a single friend to add on try-message.
Not my fault, they prefer Discord! Sorry, give me a sec. Got to update my phone. It's auto-updating now.
Oh yeah, no problem.
I dropped my phone under the table and frantically input my information. It feels like I'm dismantling a bomb.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
I want to strangle the smirking blonde man. I'll show you something to blow up. Kitty, what the fuck? He jumped me. Like, even Kitty has chosen violence today. I hurriedly changed my, PFP to a random picture for my downloads. I got it.
Shoot.
We had each other on try-message. His PFP is a banana wearing sunglasses, and the tag under his name simply says, "Living life." Yeah, that's Kitty.
No way.
What? Did I do something wrong? Is my profile weird?
Is that Detective Dog?
Doggy? I look close at the picture that I chose for my PFP. And Kale is right. I had inadvertently chosen a fan art of the main character from my favorite movie series, Detective Dog. I can feel my cheeks burning, and my heart sinks. Next me guess is doubled over chuckling uncontrollably.
Wow, you didn't even make it 10 minutes before showing him what a weirdo you were. An adult that still watches cartoons for
If you pick the first thing that pops up in your gallery
Might
on your
as well
phone, I
tell me
guess?
You still wet the bed too.
What do you mean we still wet the bed? I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I've never once wet the bed. You're lying. Stop gaslighting me. I just thought the art was nice. I didn't know.
I love Detective Dog.
He's perfect. What?
What?
I used to watch that series so much when I was a kid. I stopped watching the movies for a while, but I was feeling nostalgic last year and I started to watch them again.
Well, ain't he something?
They're actually so much better than I remembered. And I noticed so much about them that I didn't appreciate when I was younger.
Yeah, I've rewatched shows and noticed that. Like, when I rewatched The Nanny, it's like when I was a kid, I was laughing at all the stuff Fran was doing. But then when I rewatched it when I was older, I was laughing at all the stuff Niles was saying because I could get all his sex jokes.
Like how Dog's addiction to dog treats is a metaphor for alcoholism, and how the tyranny that the cats have over the city is based on imperialism. What?
What?
And when Dog stops wearing his collar, he's freeing himself from both his abusive relationship with his wife and the generational trauma that the cats have inflicted on his family.
Yes, domo Golden H, welcome. How you doing? Yes, I used to love The Nanny when I was a kid. But yeah, what kind of kid show is this? As Kale continues to chatter about the symbolism of the third Detective Dog movie, I'm at a loss for words. Only met a handful of people who still remember Detective Dog. I can still see their expressions of derision in my mind, poisoning my love for the franchise. I've never met anyone who saw it as anything more than a silly children's cartoon before. Kale gradually stops talking. He rubs the back of his neck, apparently realizing how long he's been rambling.
Oops. I got a little excited. People don't really remember Detective Dog, you know? What's your favorite entry in the series?
I guess the 5th? Detective Dog versus the Virtual Phantom? I thought the surrealism of the film was so interesting. And for once it focused less on the mystery and more on the dog's past as part of the police force and the guilt and trauma that he had as a result. What cartoon was this?! It's also the first film that really explores the corruption inherent in the dog society without blaming everything on the cats. Kale leans forward, sipping at his soda as he nods. I try to restrain myself, but the words fumble out of my mouth before I can catch them. Before long, I'm subjecting Kale to a 30-minute long spiel about the symbolism of bananas. Okay, that broke my brain a little bit. Anyway, bananas. Still, he never looked annoyed or disinterested. He listens the entire time in rapt attention. When I'm done, he brings up his own thoughts, and soon we're engaged in a lively conversation about the use of food metaphors in the series. Yeah, banana. Before I know it, it's already 3 p.m. We take our plates to the tray return together, and we start walking back to the dorms. He lives in the building next to mine. We wave to each other. I take my ID card to swipe into the building. It's only then that I realize that Gist has been standing next to me the entire time. He's eerily quiet. His face is cold as a block of ice. He follows me into my dorm room without saying a word. Even as I start on my classics homework, Gist lingers. He crosses his arms and leans against the back wall, watching me. This is a first for him. When he follows me inside, he usually clings to me and doesn't stop talking until he decides to leave. I open my textbook. Well, it doesn't matter if he stays, just as long as he's quiet. Thanks for the clip. I spend the afternoon and the early evening doing homework. During that time, Gase doesn't leave, but I ignore him. My mind is still running with cheerful memories of my lunch with Kale. When it gets dark, I sneak out of the common room and make myself some pasta. I lie on my bed, my stomach full of cheap carbs. Yum. I fish my phone out of my pocket and unlock it. The try message icon catches my attention amidst the mess of apps on my homepage. Too many gotchas. I click the icon and navigate to Kale. I press on the box and start typing a message. However, when the keyboard pops up, my fingers tremble. The mattress creaks. Gase has left his home against my back wall. He's lying on the side next to me, his head propped up on one hand. He smirks.
What are you doing? He just asked for your info to be polite. He doesn't actually want to be your friend. He doesn't like you. Why would he?
'Cause I'm cool?
This afternoon, he was just tolerating you. He was being nice, listening to you blabber ad nauseum about things he couldn't care less about.
But he asked for my number.
If you text him, he'll just shudder and think, this person again? So soon. How clingy are they? Save him some headache. Don't text him.
My hands freeze up. What if he's right? Well, if Kale really was just being nice. If I text him, I'll be a bother. But yeah, so picking don't text so we can be a blonde boys route because there's 2 routes in this game and we're starting off with the worst one. So no text this time. As in, this route. I put my phone down. I shouldn't text him. However, a few seconds later, the device buzzes and messages pop up in the chat. Hey, it's me, Kale. Yeah, it's like It's like that one manga I keep seeing floating around, the lesbian experience with her anxiety or something. Like, yeah, the CS guy. I've never read it, just that whenever I go to like Barnes and Nobles, I see it on the shelf and I'm like, oh, that's a thing. Yeah, there's some manga called like My Lesbian Experience with My Loneliness or something like that. I forget the exact name. Like I said, I never read it though. I just know it exists. I pondered my reply for a second. Of course, I couldn't forget you. Besides, it's only been a few hours. I just wanted to say that I had a lot of fun during lunch. It was super fun talking about Detective Dog. Dog buds! Woof! Oh wait, there's a cat. I chuckle. Yeah, it is. Woof. Kelly sent this cute sticker of a dog lying on the beach. I respond with a sticker of a dog lying under a blanket, saying that he doesn't want to go to work. We trade stickers like that for a few minutes until our chat log is a variable dog park. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask. Are you gonna go to tutoring Monday?
Don't do something that you'll regret.
What do you mean, sir? I stare at him. I'll be there, cause fuck you! Yay, I'll see you there! I drop my phone on the blanket and roll onto my stomach. My heart is racing, but it's not from nervousness for once. I actually feel happy. Excited even. I'm looking forward to Monday. Ellie and I go to tutoring together on Mondays and Fridays. Afterwards, we usually grab a late-night snack. We also text a lot, between classes and evenings on the weekends. We chat about a lot of things though our conversations usually gravitate towards movies. He loves talking about film even more than me, if that's possible. It seems like he has watched every movie produced in the last 30 years, ranging from rom-coms to biopics to horror. My friendship with Calais is so easy that it's almost scary. Chatting with him feels like I'm being carried down a gentle river by the movement of the water. It's not difficult or forced, unlike what I'm used to. Think of that, Calais. Good friend. I like spending time with him. A month after I started going to tutoring with Calais, I'm sitting at my desk, scrolling away on my laptop. I often spend my Saturday evenings browsing random online marketplaces. It's relaxing and it feels a bit like a treasure hunt. I've stacked quite a few vintage DVDs for bargain bin prices. Right now I'm searching for my white whale. I've invested countless hours searching for this movie, but to no avail. My eyes brighten. I finally find what I've been looking for. Young Detective Dog! The adventure begins! It's not a part of the original Detective Dog timeline. Instead, it was a minor film that was released direct to video, detailing Detective Dog's impoverished origins as a stray puppy. It's a valuable piece of the Detective Dog canon, filling the gap between the prequel series before Detective Dog and the Butler-era comics detailing his life as a servant to a noble cat family. Jesus Christ, what is this series? Young Detective Dog was outsourced to a smaller animation studio. As a result, it never received that much marketing and only a limited number of prints. It's the only Detective Dog film that I haven't managed to get my hands on. Until now. Yeah, someone needs to make this. I'm like, what is this? I want to watch this! I don't even look at the cost that carefully. I've been searching for this film for months. I'm willing to pay almost any price. As I'm checking out, my phone buzzes. Hey! So I know we were talking about the Mad Gun sequel yesterday. You want to go see it? I was thinking about going tomorrow. Oh, the new Mad Gun movie. Kelly and I had chatted about it on our way back to the dorms. Admittedly, I wasn't a fan of the Mad Gun franchise, but I had read rave reviews about the new sequel. I can't deny that my interest was piqued. I'm about to text okay when a hand drops onto my phone. The pale, tempered fingers wrest the device from my grasp. Gabe scrolls to the other side of the room, waving the phone idly.
You'd better not.
What do you mean? Why not? I can spend time with whoever I want. Gaze comes back and leans against the side of my desk.
Texting is easy. You have time to think about what you'll say, and there's no pressure to answer right away. Going to tutoring is fine too. After all, you're mostly working on homework.
It's okay.
But going out with him will be different. You'll have to talk to him the entire time. Can you really do that?
You clearly have not seen Pulp Fiction, but... Can I not headbutt my own mic? I snatched the phone out of Gay's grasp. However, when I opened up try-message, my palms are sweaty. Knees weak, arms are heavy. What if Gase is right? I tell Gale, I'm busy. Sorry, I've got a lot of homework. I'm just not ready to go tomorrow. I have to learn more about Kale, what he does and doesn't like. I have to practice talking more. I have to come up with topics of conversation. Vomit on your sweater already? Mom spaghetti. Exactly. Oh, okay. Maybe next time. I bite my lip. Yeah, maybe next time. I'll be ready to go next time. Sunday rolls around. I stay in bed until noon, scrolling aimlessly through a detective dog forum. When I roll off of my mattress, I hobble to the cafeteria to get something to eat. Then I retire to my dorm to do homework. Just to do homework. After I finish my classics and computer science reading, I look at the clock. It's 6 p.m. I groan. Too late to go out or do anything, but too early to go to bed. Might as well watch a movie. I open up my laptop. I spend a few minutes scrolling through a menagerie of cheap horror flicks and holiday-themed rom-coms. Nothing catches my eye, so I settle for one of my usual choices. The movie opens on a shot of a young girl sitting on a train. The camera slowly zooms out to reveal the girl's alone with no guardian in sight. A plain cursive logo appears on the screen. My Christmas! An old classic from my childhood. The girl, Masako, is a child of divorce. She ran away from home to look for her mother. She wants to spend Christmas with her estranged parent. She encounters an old homeless woman, Hana, who agrees to take her to find her mother. I've seen this movie over 10 times already. As I watch the familiar sequences and listen to dialogue I've memorized by heart, my mind drifts elsewhere. The mad gun showing is long over by now. I wonder if Kelly ended up going. Did he find someone else to go with? How was the movie? Was it fun? What if Kale never invites me to do anything ever again? I didn't want to go today, and I probably wouldn't want to go tomorrow either, but a small part of me wants to go see a movie with him someday. Maybe one from a franchise I'm actually familiar with. I hug my pillow tighter. I can already feel the cold fingers of regret creeping into the back of my mind. The mattress creaks. Gaze knocks off his Oxford shoes and scoots next to me on the bed, leaning against me.
I always love this part. It's brilliant. I can't help but tear up every time I see it.
On screen, Hana leaves Masako on the street as she approaches a well-kept countryside house. Masako's mother opens up the door. She's carrying a baby, and a 2-year-old clings to her legs. When she sees Hana, she shrinks back, visibly disgusted by Hana's disheveled appearance. I hold my breath as my shoulders tense. No matter how many times I see it, the scene always manages to twist my heart like a wrung rag. Gaze reaches over and squeezes my hand. His fingers are cold, but no less reassuring. Hana explains that Masako came to find her mother, but the woman just shakes her head. I'm not that girl's mother anymore, she says, then shuts the door. My mind drifts to Kale again. What if he doesn't want to be friends anymore? What if he never texts me again? He'll assume I don't like him because I rejected his invite. On the screen, Anna turns to see Masako's forlorn face. Was that Mama? The girl asks, her eyes wide. My eyes sting. I'm not sure if it's because of the movie or the agitated thoughts running around in my head. Probably both.
Masako's expression here is simply heartbreaking. Such a good performance from a child actress.
Hana kneels down and hugs Masako. It's a touching scene, the emotional climax of the film. Masako finds her mother, even if she wasn't related by blood, and Hana embraces the child she never knew she wanted. Aww. Kale probably hates me now. Meanwhile, I'm sure that he's tired of my existence and already erased me from try-message. Hana and Masako return to Masako's father, who's distraught with worry. There's a time skip to spring. The screen pans over several beautiful shots of cherry blossoms. Hana is clean, wearing new clothes. She holds Masako's hand as the pair walk to the girls' school.
The perfect happy ending. Mother and child walking side by side to a new future.
That is sweet. Yeah. The room instantly darkens as the credits roll over a black... The room instantly darkens as the credits scroll over a dark background. Small children's doodles dance along the sides of the screen. I squeeze my eyes shut. I ruined everything. Why do I always ruin everything? Every single friendship I touch crumbles to dust. Everything I touch dies. Gaze traces circles around my knuckles. Each slow movement erases some of the disquiet from my mind. I unconsciously lean against the blonde man. For some reason, I'm exhausted. I just want to stop thinking. Stop worrying. Gaze welcomes the contact, nuzzling against me. He whispers into my ear. I can tell that he's smiling. He delights in my vulnerability.
See? That was fun, wasn't it? You didn't even want to see that movie with Calais anyway. Your weekends are precious. This way you got to spend it watching a movie you love. With me.
Yeah, I guess. I'm too tired to offer a rebuttal. I curl up onto the mattress. Gaze shuts the laptop. He leans down and presses a kiss against the back of my hand, his lips ghosting over my clenched fingers.
It was fun. I'll see you again.
Okay. Despite my worries, Calais meets me the following Monday with the same smile that he always wears. I don't think that his smile is fake. I can only hope that it isn't fake. And there. I admire the concluding paragraph to my classics paper. Came out rather well, if I do say so myself. I'm spending another Saturday evening in the library, as I often do, alone. It's been a couple of weeks since Callie invited me to go to the movies. It's already 10 p.m.? I groan. Hopefully I have something in my dorm room to eat for dinner. I pack up the laptop, books, and papers scattered over the desk and head to the library exit. As soon as I open the library door, I freeze. There are hundreds of people outside. The plaza is filled with blaring music. It's a boisterous rock song with dramatic crescendos. The theme song from a recent Halloween-themed blockbuster.
It's Halloween. They must be having a party.
Ooh, spooky. Gaze is standing next to me. He strides in front. When he's standing at the end of the steps, he turns back towards me and bows, gesturing towards the crowd with one arm. He's acting like he's ushering in my arrival to a royal ball.
Shall we go?
I take a step down. My legs are shaking. Like, oh, we are so gonna have a panic attack. There are so many people. They swarm around me, pressing against my body. The smell of smoke is sickeningly sweet, wrapping around me like a vice. A tall student rams into my shoulder, spilling a few drops of beer on my hoodie. I try to breathe, but no matter how deeply I inhale, it feels like my lungs are being filled with sand. I take a step. It's like I'm wading through mud. The music is so loud, I can't even hear myself think. There are flashing lights everywhere. The students are wearing glow sticks around their necks and wrists. They look like fireflies, swaying in the dark. Where's Gaze? For once, I look around for him, aching to see the blonde head, a familiar beacon in a sea of shadows, but he's nowhere to be found. My vision is getting blurry. The shadow of the students around me all blend together, pressing against me, squeezing the breath from my lungs. My legs buckle, and soon I'm kneeling on the pavement. I try to stand back up, but I'm shaking too much. If I move, I'll topple over. My heart is pounding, beating like a war drum. I feel like I'm going to be sick. I look up. Everyone is staring. They look down at me, their eyes driving into me like knives. Some of them turn to each other, talking, gossiping about me.
Here you are, the center of attention, the star. Go on, put on a show. Show them what a mess you are.
I'll put a show. It's like, I'll show you what a mess I am. Blech. I can't see it, but I know he's behind me. It's getting hard to hear. It's getting hard to see, too. It feels like I'm drowning in the depths of the ocean. The only thing I can hear clearly is Gaze's sardonic voice whispering in my ear. The only thing I feel clearly is his breath against my neck. I'm gasping for breath. I'm suffocating.
Hey, are you okay?
Oh! A fuzzy figure is kneeling in front of me. I can't see who it is. My vision's too blurry. I don't reply. He puts a reassuring hand on my shoulder, urging me to stand.
Come on. Let's sit down somewhere.
Okay. He tugs on my sleeve, leading me through the people surrounding us. As we walk, the crowd thins, the music quiets, and the smell of smoke weakens. He opens the door and guides me inside. I look around. My mind is still fuzzy, but I can tell we're back in the library foyer. The boy sits me down in one of the couches. It's hard to focus. I try to concentrate on his feet. I can only think about one thing. What's this guy wearing socks with sandals? What's wrong with him? It's quiet now, so quiet that I can hear how fast my heart is beating. It's still racing, drumming in my ears like a hummingbird's wings. My skin feels cold and clammy.
Do you mind if I sit with you?
Yeah. Well, be alone this time. Sorry.
Okay. Text me if you need anything. I'll be around. Shoots.
Like, nah, nothing's wrong with socks and sandals. I'm goofing. I squeeze my eyes shut and try to breathe slowly, but I can't stop shaking. The air scrapes into my lungs like sandpaper, grating against my trachea. When I look up again, he's gone. I lean my elbows on my knees and bury my head into my hands. My heart won't stop pounding, threatening to burst out of my chest. Cold fingertips trace along my chin, tipping my face until I'm gazing into a pair of emerald eyes. Hi. Gaze appraises me, his gaze flicking over my wrinkled sweatshirt and my teary eyes. I'm biting my bottom lip in an attempt to stop it from trembling. The blonde man's emotions are inscrutable. Is he angry? Worried? I can't tell. His face is blank. It's as if he's still deciding what expression to wear, like he's picking a jacket from his wardrobe. His visage twists into a look of pity. He looks at me as if I'm an injured puppy lying in the rain. He sighs.
I knew that this would happen. So fragile. You're like fine china. You're not fit to be paraded around in front of the masses. You'll chip and crack, like you are right now.
Well, what are you gonna do about it? Gaze wraps his arms around me, burying my face in the crook of his neck.
You're okay. I'm here for you. I'm not going anywhere.
You weren't here before!
Look at how helpless you are. Just like a little lamb. You need me.
But you did nothing!
Don't worry. I'll protect you from everyone. No one will touch you while I'm here.
And there's the Yandere! Here he is! I squeeze my eyes shut. Geist is holding me tightly, so tightly that I feel as if my ribs are going to break. But his touch isn't comforting. Instead, it feels cold, like I'm being suffocated in a blanket of ice. My heart isn't slowing. It's shaking in my chest like an animal trying to escape its cage. No matter how deeply I breathe, it still feels like I'm drowning. I don't know how long it takes me to recover, locked in his embrace. By the time that I recover enough to stand up, most of the partygoers have gone back inside. I make my way back on shaky legs, holding onto Geist's hand for dear life. He walks slowly, keeping my pace. When we reach my dorm building, he pulls me into one last hug before waving goodbye. I shiver and go inside, slamming the door behind me. I groan into my pillow. I can't believe what I did last night in front of Kale of all people.
I bet he's gossiping to all of his friends right now. The weirdest thing happened to me last night. A freak had a complete breakdown in the middle of the main plaza. Crazy, right?
Crazy. The blonde man dangles the phone in front of my face.
He texted you. Shouldn't you hurry and see what it's about?
I bat the phone away and turn around. I want to stop time. I want to curl up in a corner and hide forever so that I never have to see Kale again. The phone buzzes once more. Real life doesn't have a remote. I can't hit pause on it because I'm feeling overwhelmed. I roll back over and reluctantly accept the phone from him. Hey, how are you feeling? Okay? I was kind of worried. Just wanted to check how you're doing. Do you need anything? I squeeze my eyes shut, composing myself before I reply. I'm okay. I don't know what happened last night. The sort of thing that usually happen to me. I said, I'm sorry for bothering you. Don't worry. I'm just glad you're good. I was wondering, are you busy? Tonight? Me and some friends are getting together to watch a movie. It's called The Social Experiment. Oh, God. Wanna come? We'll probably talk story after. There's gonna be pizza and fun. My lips curl into a smile. After our first text exchange, the little :3 has become something of an inside joke.
Yes, go on, accept. Now you can put on an encore performance. You can curl up on the floor in front of
give me a
Calais and all of
free
his friends
pizza.
and have a complete mental
Give me a white
breakdown.
pie.
Again.
That won't happen. Last night was different. That never happens to me. There was just too many people. This is small and private. If anything happens, I can just say I need to go to the bathroom or something. Gaze places a finger under my chin, tipping my face up so I have to look at him.
Do you really believe that?
Eh.
Sure, you're going to go out with a bunch of strangers and have a fantastic time. By the end of it all, you'll be best friends for life.
Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
What kind of fantasy land are you living in? Has that ever happened to you? Even once?
No. But it could. I've watched enough anime to know it could. Gaze's words radiate cold. They send chills running through my limbs, making the hairs on my arms stand on end.
If you say yes, it can only go poorly. You will embarrass yourself. You won't even get along with his friends. What if they start mocking you because of how socially inept you are? Say no.
I've already got plans. Sorry. When I send the message, I shut the app and squeeze my eyes shut. It only takes a few seconds for the phone to ding with the familiar notification. Aw, next time then. Don't worry, it was my fault. Asking you all of a sudden. What you got going on is awesome. See you Monday. I toss my phone to the bedspread. Next to me, Gaze smiles smugly. You bastard. I spent a couple of hours scrolling on my phone and watching silly videos online. Mentally, my stomach growls, telling me to go to the cafeteria. I sneak into the dining hall, peering in and sweeping my eyes all around for signs of the familiar sky blue ball cap. Kelly is nowhere to be seen. Not that I expected it to see him here, but doesn't hurt to be careful. I pull the hood over my head a little tighter before sneaking past the cashier to the display cooler on the other side of the cafeteria. I peruse the selection of sandwiches wrapped in shiny plastic. I choose spicy chicken salad sandwich. I take my prize to the cashier and hand my ID. After the purchase is complete, I go out the door, shivering as the icy air penetrates my lungs. It's not freezing, but it's still cold enough that I can see faint white puffs as I exhale. I wander to a secluded corner of the campus, near the Performing Arts building. I sit on a nearby bench, the cold wood stinging my skin. I bite into the sandwich. The bread is cold. The tangy mayonnaise-soaked chicken slides down my throat. Yum. I choke down half of the sandwich, barely tasting my meal. Should have bought a drink, too. Guilt bubbles up in my stomach. Kali had gone through the trouble of inviting me to meet his friends. He'd gone out of his way to be nice to me, and I threw his kindness back in his face. He reached out to me and I lied to him. For what? Because I was uncomfortable? Afraid? Of what? Talking to a few strangers? What kind of adult is afraid of talking to strangers? What miserable excuse of a human being can't muster up the willpower to exchange a few nice to meet yous with some new people? Yeah, about that. I'm pathetic. I'm so pathetic. Why is Calais trying to be friends with someone like me? I squeeze my hands around the sandwich. It feels icy in my fingers.
Come now. Don't cry.
Like, it's my sandwich. I can cry into it if I want to. He's here again. He sits next to me on the bench. He wipes away the tears sprouting from the corners of my eyes before sliding his hand onto my shoulder. Gist rubs the small of my back, easing away the tension. He's unexpectedly quiet. When he appears, he usually doesn't stop talking, but this time he sits, waiting for my sniffles to subside. His voice is soft and soothing, like a warm blanket tinged with the scent of lavender.
Look up at the sky.
I hesitate before looking up. The sky is hazing from light pollution. Up above, I can see stars twinkling in the distance, far above the city lights. I breathe deeply in and out. The cold night air courses through my lungs, refreshing me from the inside out.
It's beautiful, right?
Why not?
See, this isn't so bad, is it? You like being by yourself. With me. It's the only time that you can be comfortable.
Yeah, just me, my sandwich, and the British ghost boy talking in my head.
If you had accepted Calais' invitation, you'd be stuck for hours in some small room with strangers. It would have been nothing but an awkward experience for everyone. Who knows when you would have been able to leave? Now you can spend your Friday night relaxing under the stars. After you eat, you can go back home and watch that show that you've been meaning to catch up on. Maybe you can go to the library and get a head start on your homework.
I hate that you're being reasonable.
You didn't refuse Calais' invite because you were afraid. You did it because you know what you like, and you wanted to spend this time alone. You lied to him to spare his feelings. That's not a crime.
This man's doing pretty good with his fucking persuasion rolls. I'll give him that.
Other people want to go and party, but you're not like that. You like the solitude, the quiet. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the way you are.
It's like, but I would have liked pizza. Now I'm eating a sandwich. It's probably a good sandwich, but still. I don't know if Gase is lying, but I want to believe him. His words are fine liquor, intoxicating me and numbing my pain. My worries settle, buried underneath a thick layer of his placations.
Are you feeling all right now?
I instinctively lean against Gase, who puts an arm around my shoulder. He's not warm, but his presence is a comfort nonetheless. Oh my god, I just realized it's supposed to be Geist as in poltergeist. Why did no one tell me? God damn it, why did it take me over an hour for me to realize that? Alright, well. I'm not sure if I'm feeling alright, but it doesn't hurt as much. My raw self-hatred has dulled to a vague ache. It returns to a corner of my brain to sleep, until it finds an opportunity to rear its ugly head again. Kitty, stop attacking me! Keeps jumping me. Yeah. I finished the rest of my sandwich, which is even colder than before. After that, I relax into his hold, gazing up at the sky. That's right, this is fun. I like admiring the stars, alone with Geist. I made the right choice. Sure, buddy. Around a month had passed since Callie invited me to meet his friends. I lounge on my bed, scrolling through my feed. Buzz. Is it Callie? I scan my notifications. It's not. Instead, I got an email. I run down to the mailroom. When I talk to students that's manning the desk, my excitement is so high that I can get the words out without stumbling over them. Minutes later, I'm clutching the package to my chest like it's my most precious treasure. In my room, I carefully open the box. A DVD case covered in slightly worn plastic is lying amidst the crumpled newspaper. Young Detective Dog, the adventure begins! I can't suppress the grin spreading on my face. I've been waiting to see this film for so long! I open my desk to search for my DVD player. Then I pause. Wonder if Callie would want to watch this. When we were talking about the franchise before, he mentioned that he hadn't watched this one. I'm not surprised. It's not available online. Physical copies are hard to come by. Should I invite him over? I've never invited anyone over. In fact, I've never invited anyone to hang out, period. When I did spend time with friends, they were always the ones to reach out. Some small, deep part of my heart always believed that if I asked someone out, they would feel burdened. That spending time with me was a chore, that they had much better things to do than be with me. But this is different, right? Callie wanted to see this movie too? And maybe, just maybe, he would have fun? With me? Ah! I take out my phone, my fingers hovering over the try message icon.
Stop.
What? Geist is sitting on the bed, leaning over me. He reaches over and tries to take the phone out of my grasp. But this time I don't let go. I risked my wrest my hands from his grasp. Words.
What do you think is happening with that guy? What? Is he your bestie? Your dear friend? Maybe he even likes you.
I don't know. I don't want to listen to this. I push Geist off of me. I get up and grab my headphones from my desk, but his voice slips past the headphones, sneaking into my eardrums. God damn it, he's hacking the systems.
Get your head out of the clouds. He tolerates you because he wants someone to go to tutoring with. If he had anyone else, he wouldn't even look at you.
Meh. I turn away and crouch down, pressing the headphones so hard in my ears that it feels like I'm crushing my skull.
He doesn't like you. He never liked you. No one likes you.
What about you? Geist embraces me from behind, squeezing me tightly. He rests his chin on my shoulder.
I love you. I only have your best interests at heart.
Ah, typical. Like, only I can love you, nobody else.
The world is dangerous. I'm trying to protect you. You can't trust anyone. They all hate you. They all wish that you would just disappear from the face of the earth.
I feel like you're exaggerating, sir. His voice is scalding and freezing at the same time. Honey that drips into my ears, burning my eardrums like acid.
If you trust them, if you let them in, they'll all hurt you eventually.
Oh, like you're a special exception. He takes the phone out of my grasp, my grip too limp to hang on any longer.
That's okay. I'm here for you. You only need me.
Uh-huh. Sure. Here's his ending. Geist's touch is chilly, but it's comforting at the same time. It feels like I'm lying in a blizzard, watching the snow pile on top of me until it entombs me in a blanket of ice. I turn around and bury my head in Geist's chest. He stiffens as if he didn't expect the affection, but he accepts me. He strokes my back, resting his chin on my head. Is it okay that I'm a mesh?
Of course it's okay. I'll love you no matter how messed up you are.
That's sweet, but you're the one that keeps calling me a mess. It's okay that I ruin everything, that I make everyone unhappy, that everyone will hate me eventually.
It doesn't matter if you ruin everything. I'll be there to dry your tears and pick up the pieces.
Except when I have a panic attack at the disco. Like, I panicked at the disco and you weren't there!
It doesn't matter if everyone hates you. I'm here. I'll always be here.
His voice is soft and gentle. Softer and gentler than I had ever heard.
You're perfect the way you are. You don't need to be someone that you're not.
You were just calling me a mess and now you're saying I'm perfect. Sir, you are full of the contradictions here.
You're not a social butterfly or a party animal. You like being alone, and that's okay. I wouldn't want you to change for anyone.
Well, that's the thing. I tried to change and you told me not to.
You're happy right now, right? Just as you are, with me.
Nah. He strokes my head. I breathe slowly. My lashes fluttering as against Guy's cashmere turtleneck, cause he's so fancy. Yeah, it's like, do you really like being alone, or are you just afraid of being rejected? Exactly! It's like we were gonna try new things and then he kept stopping us. I don't know if I feel happy exactly. I don't feel any pangs of dopamine coursing through my brain. No sparks of excitement. No soothing serotonin. I just feel a little dull, like everything is far away and I'm only attached to my body like a thread. It feels as if Geist's embrace is protecting me from everything, including my own raw thoughts and feelings. At least it doesn't hurt. I guess I feel calm? Is that what being calm feels like? Probably more like being numb and dead inside, but I don't know. I don't know anymore. I just nod. When Geist feels me move against his chest. He leans down and presses his lips against my
That's
head.
right. You're happy. You're just accepting yourself, and that's okay. You're perfect. I love you the way you are.
I love how it's so easy to manipulate you. I ended up offering to lend Kelly the DVD. He accepted happily, and after he watched it, we had a lively discussion about Young Detective Dog. After our introductory computer science class ended and the new semester started, my text with Kelly slowed down to a trickle. We didn't have any reason to keep chatting, so we just text each other every once in a while. Yeah, it's like he always knows what to say. It's almost like he's you. Yeah, right? Have we even looked in a mirror? We don't share any classes either, so we stopped meeting entirely. I still see him around campus sometimes, but I never say hi. And so, whatever friendship we had mostly withered away. Human relationships are fragile like that. If you stop watering them, they waste away in an instant. Kelly wasn't any different. He was the same as everyone else. But Geist is different. He never leaves me. Even if I don't see him, I know he's there. I lie in bed, my head is resting on Geist's lap. It's a sunny spring Saturday, but I feel oddly tired, so I decided not to go out today. On my laptop, Dog runs from the police, taking refuge in the shadows of a bridge overlooking a canal. This is the 7th time I've been watching Young Detective Dog, The Adventure Begins. Although it was exciting to watch it the first time, now it's more of a habit. I can remember each line of dialogue, each twist and turn in the story. Somehow I can't bring myself to watch new things nowadays. It's emotionally exhausting. Getting invested in new characters and not knowing how things will turn out, so I bask in the comforting familiarity of old movies and shows. My phone buzzes. I check the screen. A text from Kale. I consider answering, but I put the device down without reading the notification. I'm too tired to respond right now. I'll answer later. Guy smiles and takes the phone. He leans over and places it on my desk, out of reach. He places his hand on my shoulder, his presence a soothing weight. The movie passes by in a blur. By the time I know, we're already on the last scene. After successfully taking down the real culprit, Dog is approached by the wealthy cat lady who will become his master. He puts on his hat and looks into the distance. I don't know what will happen to me from now on, but I know one thing. I'm not just a poor orphan dog. He gets into the cat's car and the screen fades to black. The credits start to roll. I shut my laptop, not bothering to pause the video player or put the DVD away. I get up and start rearranging the blanket.
Are you sleepy? Thinking of taking a nap?
I guess. I get under my blanket. I hadn't bothered changing out of my PJs today, so I don't need to change my clothes. Okay, well, this is oddly cute. Guy slides down next to me, pressing a kiss to my temple.
Good night. I'll be here when you wake up.
Why do you have an engagement ring on your finger? That's oddly suspicious. Okay, this is the way I am. This is me. I like being alone. Alone with Geist. Forever. Geist wraps his arm around me and sighs, his breath tickling the back of my neck.
It's okay. Even if no one else likes you. Even if they tolerate your presence. I love you. I'll never leave you.
How reassuring. As I lie under my blanket, wrapped up in the man's embrace, a heavy fatigue drapes over me. Somehow nothing seems to matter anymore, and that's alright. Alright, cool, that was the first ending. You take it to play, other romance games. Yeah, I know about your other games, I've downloaded them. It's like those we'll play on Saturday, but yeah, let's get the other ending now. Let me just make sure it's, red text only. Okay. Check my posture. Yeah, so let's offer to help. The boy looks up, eyes brightening with interest. Edge closer, he scoots over to make room for me. There, you didn't increment your counter variable so the loop never stops running. Alright, so let's fast forward. Take my headphones around my neck, snap them to my ears. I'll play, exciting music! I open up my playlist of rock songs. The heart-pounding instrumentals envelop my ears, drowning out the world. Something catches my eye. What should I do? Should I wave? Let's wave this time. I tentatively raise my hand, keeping it close to my body. Her eyes flash over me for a second before she looks past me, waving more enthusiastically. Look over my shoulder, another girl is jogging out the library. Feels like someone dunked my heart into ice water. I hurriedly retract my hand, pretending I'm adjusting the straps of my backpack, but I know that it's already too late. The guy's voice is piercing, effortlessly penetrating the headphones that are shielding my ears. Yeah, he knows how to get through those things.
How humiliating. How could you have ever thought she was waving at you? You barely know her. You've talked to her a couple of times. That doesn't mean you're friends.
Oh, hush. My mouth tightens and my eyes burn. He's right. Of course she couldn't have been waving to me. We barely know each other. We're not friends. I turn up the volume on my phone and walk faster. I just want to get home as quickly as possible. Or even with my headphones blaring over my ears, Guy's voice still haunts me.
That's right. Pretend that you don't see anyone. Pretend that you don't hear anyone.
Yeah, she probably didn't even notice I was doing it.
To them, they'll never hurt you.
I'll eat the goulash, cause fuck mushrooms. Yeah, some goulash with a side of macaroni. Pick up a chunk of meat with my spoon, savoring the spicy scent of caraway seeds. The broth is rich and hearty, and the meat melts in my mouth. It only takes a few minutes to finish half the
It's
dish.
you! Mind if...
Yo, what up? Want to major in it. I actually like it. I'm playing a major in comp sci. Kelly nods, take another bite of a sandwich. I look down. He only just sat down, but the chat is already petering out. I can't keep up a conversation with this guy. I can only hope that he'll eat quickly and leave me alone. And then... yeah, he'll want the thing. Fast forward. We're gonna text him this time. I flop onto my side, facing away from Geist. He snorts. What do I say? I can't sound too casual. We're not that friendly. But I shouldn't sound too formal either. Should I add emojis? How many? Should I say hi or hello or hey? Would thanks or thank you be better? Should I apologize for talking so much? Or should I thank him for listening? After retyping the message several times, I eventually come up with something that I'm happy with. Hi, sorry to bother you. I just wanted to say it was really fun talking to you today. Thanks. As soon as I sat on the pillow, I smashed my hand into the pillow. Guy sighs.
Oh, could you be any more awkward? What is this? A thank you email after a job interview? The social ineptitude is dripping off your text.
It's called being polite. You wouldn't know, you British bastard. I groan. I wish there was an unsend button. My phone buzzes. I squeeze my eyes shut, smiling my face with the pillow as I get ready to look at the screen. Hey, you texted me! Yay! No, I should thank you. Super fun talking about Detective Dog. Dog bud! Woof! Wait, that's a cat. He's cute. Oh, he's cute. I don't think he would have ever be interested in me in that way, but after I started going to tutoring at college, I'm sitting on my desk scrolling away on my laptop. Yeah, now he's gonna want that mad gun thing. I'm gonna say okay this time. I'm gonna go. Like, we're gonna go to the movie. I grit my teeth. Making conversation no big deal. I could do it. College is easy anyway. I'd love to go. Great. I'll go pick up at 11. I respond with a thumbs up. Geist leans over me. His displeasure slathered over his face. It smells like mint, sharp and cold. Like this man be chewing some 5 gum.
I warned you. Just wait. You'll see what happens.
Like she's getting all confident. How do I stop this? You can't stop me, motherfucker! I picked up my phone and throw it at him, but he's already gone. I sit on my bed, breathing hard. The blonde man is gone, but the butterflies in my stomach aren't going away. Instead, they're just flapping their wings more and more violently, churning my guts into soup. We'll actually get to see what happened. I hope that Geist is wrong.
Man, that was awesome. I was wondering if it was gonna be some cheap cash grab, considering it's been 20 years since the last installment, but it was really interesting. I liked how the original protagonist became the mentor to the next generation.
Yes, it was good movie. As we exited the cinema complex, Kelly's eyes lit up. He pointed to food court, the bright signage beckoning us inside. Get a pizza.
Ugh, I'm starving. Wanna grab some grinds?
I am hungry. I feel like eating, ramen. I go to a ramen shop and order a vegetarian ramen. Minutes later, I carry a tray with the bowl back to the table. Kali is already sitting down. A glistening bowl of rice topped with spicy mayo slathered tunas sitting in front of him. He splits his chopsticks.
That looks pretty action.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was so good, right? I especially like the scene where the sergeant finally puts down his uniform.
I nod, chewing my food as I listen to him. It's like, Demon King, welcome, but sadly, I have no map. I'm the one who usually buys the map. Like, I buy the map so when I go on my quest, I can find out where I'm going so I can, destroy the demons and get the gold and all that stuff. But I am not the map. This ain't no Dora the Explorer. Anyway, where am I? I nod, chewing my food as I listen to him. Kale talks for several minutes, rambling about my favorite scenes and the acting performances of the leads. When his steam is all used up, he scratches the back of his neck and returns his attention to his Pokeball.
Sorry, I did it again. I talk so much. My friends usually have to tell me to shut up.
Oh, it's okay. I like listening to you.
Really?
He looks embarrassed.
Oh, thanks. That's nice of you. No one has ever said that to me before.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the movie?
I liked, characters? I've never watched Mad Max, so I don't even know what the parody is referring to. I really liked the characters. I actually found the new additions to be likable and well written. I thought the new female character pilot was especially interesting. Her relationship with her sister was especially endearing and gave her some depth. Callie nods, listening intently as he chewed on a slice of pickled radish. We talk about the movie for several minutes, but the conversation quickly slows down. To be honest, I'm not all that familiar with the Mad Gun series. I watched the original films years ago, and I just read the synopsis for a refresher. This movie was excellent, but it was just a very solid, entertaining action film overall. I can't think of much to talk about. But yeah, it was really good. I'm glad that we came to see it. My voice trails off. ... Golly grins sheepishly and takes a bite out of his Pokeball before washing it down with a sip of Coke. Oh no. Oh no, no.
Uh-oh, the conversation stopped. What will you do now?
Finish my food? He's standing beside me. He slides his hands across my shoulders, tracing my clavicle. Why are you touching my clavicle? It feels like he's about to grab my throat and strangle me.
See? I told you that this would happen. He's getting bored. He's realizing that you're not the interesting person that he thought you were. Soon he'll regret ever inviting you to hang out with him.
My skin feels cold. I look at Kale. He's looking at a nearby shop selling rice balls. This is literally just that meme of like the lady in the bed being like, he's thinking of cheating on me, and then the guy in the bed's just like, I like Tweedles. He's probably thinking about how boring this conversation is, how much he regrets inviting me out, how much he regrets being my friend. I take another bite, but it's hard to swallow. The food feels like glue in my throat. I want to vomit.
Why don't you excuse yourself to the bathroom? Stay in there a while. And when you come out, you can pretend that you got food poisoning.
That's a little too elaborate. You could just say I'm done for today and leave.
At least that way he'll think that you're miserable company because you're ill, and not because you're just a miserable person.
You're a miserable person. I meant to joke down the bite of food. Geist is right. It wouldn't even be a lie. My food is settling uneasily in my stomach. I take my hands to the underside of my seat, getting ready to scoop back from the table.
Do you ever wonder what life would be like if you were the last person alive?
Oh god, he's getting to the philosophy questions. We really are out of things to talk about. No! Oh, what? My retreat is interrupted by Kali's sudden interjection.
No, like, seriously. Post-apocalyptic movies always focus on the survival aspect. But what if that's not the problem? Assume you've got a shelter and all the food, water, and electricity you want.
Okay.
But you're completely alone. You've got all this time on your hands. What would you do with it?
Watch a shit ton of anime. Is this what he was thinking about? The hypothetical apocalypse? What made you think about that all of a sudden? That's random.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes these thoughts pop up in your head, you know? And they just keep scratching at the inside of your skull until you let them out.
He takes his hat off and ruffles his hair, looking a little embarrassed. He puts the hat back on. I guess I would... Traveling sounds nice. Travel the world, see all the sights, visit every country that I could, have grand adventures. What about you? What would you do if someone disappeared on you?
I guess I would travel around and look for people.
I thought you said that you were the last person alive. You already know that there aren't any other people, right?
Well, I think if I actually believed that, I wouldn't be able to handle it. Knowing that I'm all alone in this huge world.
Yeah, it'd be like I Am Legend. You start talking to mannequins and shit. Whew.
If I keep searching, then I can hope that I'll find someone someday. Even if it doesn't happen, the thought would keep me alive. You know?
Yeah. I understand Kelly's feelings, but I can't relate. I've thought more than once that if I was alone in the world, then it wouldn't be too bad. I wouldn't have to worry about dealing with anyone. My mind would finally stop screaming to me. I could finally be at peace. Yeah, but the problem is humans get brain damage. If they don't interact with
Sorry for killing the mood
humans.
with that weird question.
I shake my head. No, well, it was kind of weird, but I get it. Sometimes you can't control your thoughts. And it was an interesting question. I just needed some time to think about it. Holly chuckles awkwardly and leans forward.
How's your food? Ooh, looks cherry.
Oh, it's good. Do you want a bite? Suddenly I feel a little more relaxed. Kelly's bizarre question had knocked me out of the malice storm of my thoughts. Nice save, dude. He hadn't been obsessing about me or my shortcomings. He had just been in my own head, He had just been in his own head, wondering about something that had nothing to do with me. I almost laugh. Of course Kali wasn't focused on me the entire time. I'm not the sun. He doesn't revolve around me. Had his own random fleeting thoughts. After we finished lunch, we dropped by a charity store and browsed through their used DVDs. We don't talk the entire time, but at the very least I don't feel tempted to run into the bathroom when the conversation slows down. When I flop into my bed later that evening, exhaustion envelops my body, but it's a different kind of exhaustion than normal. A good kind of exhaustion. Alright, let's see. Fast forward, we're at the party. I don't mind.
Okay, wait here.
He returns a few minutes later, setting a cold bottle of water against my shin. The chilly condensation tingles against my skin, grounding me. I look up. Kelly's brow is furrowed with worry. It doesn't suit his face, normally so sunny and cheerful. Guilt gnaws at my chest. Aw, he's so cute. Look at this cute man.
Are you sick? Did you drink too much? Or are you having a panic attack?
A panic attack. I never considered that before. I had similar episodes in the past, but I just told myself that sometimes everyone feels nervous sometimes. My episodes were normal. I was normal.
Now he knows that you're a freak. Someone who can't even handle normal life. A person who's constantly on the verge of a complete mental breakdown.
Like, you're not helping, sir! Like, she says she likes yanderes, but she always go gagas for the soft boys. Well, you know. Gaius is sitting next to me on the couch, arm draped around my shoulders. His cold fingers are tickling my earlobe. It feels like I'm being buried alive. I'm having a panic attack. Help. I think I'm having a panic attack. I say it quietly, the words stumbling over my tongue. I almost didn't want Kali to hear. It's strange, labeling what is happening to me like this. Part of me is glad to give it a name, to put a face on this monster that had tormented me for so many years. Part of me is terrified of this label, this brand singing my skin, marking me as someone irreparably broken. Don't worry, just smoke some weed. You can get medical weed for that shit.
Got it. Okay. Breathe with me, okay? In. Out. out.
Whew.
In.
Whew.
Out. Good job, good job. Can I hold your hand?
This boy has experience, and I respect that. Hell yeah, hold my hand. I nod. He squeezes my hand as he grasps my hand and squeezes it. His hand is warm and reassuring as he leads me through some deep breaths. It's like it's the exact opposite of the ghost boy. He's so cold.
You're okay. Everything is going to be okay. Ooh, I'm here for you. I'm not going anywhere.
Malic weed isn't something you smoke. It's THC-free cannabis oils. Yeah, however you have it administered. He repeats this over and over as he continues to help me breathe. With each reassurance, it feels like a rock is lifted off my chest. Can you tell I don't take anything? I'm clean as a whistle. I just know from other people. Once I've calmed down, Kale gives my hand one final squeeze before letting go.
How you feeling? All right.
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you.
Do you want to go home? Are you going to be okay walking through the crowd?
I nod again. Kale helps me to my feet. I follow closely behind him as he leads me back out into the masses of people. It's still suffocating, but it's different this time. Kale walks in front of me, parting the crowd like the Red Sea. Meanwhile, I focus on the plumeras on Kale's back, counting each flower petal. By the time I'm finished, we're out of the heart of the gathering. There's only a few stragglers surrounding us now. I let out the breath that I didn't know I was holding. It's like, oh no, it's that line that nobody likes. I jog up to Kale's side. No, it's just that for some reason this line specifically is used as like a trope. But don't worry about it. It's like, don't have book rot. I'm sorry for bothering you. My cheeks are burning. I want to disappear. To crawl into some hole that leads straight into the center of the earth and never comes back out.
It's no problem at all.
Yay.
I wanted to get some air anyway. Big parties like this aren't usually my thing.
Guy sidles up next to me, his hands in his pockets.
Look at you. You've completely ruined his night. He could have had fun with everyone else.
Hello, Miss Seneca, welcome. How you
He
doing?
said you.
It's like I'm yelling at this stinky British man who's a ghost in my head and telling him to shut up. So I can be with this cute other guy instead. But how you doing? How you doing with Zero Escape? Oh my god, I love that game. How you doing in that game? My hands hover around the headphones slung around my neck. I want to put them on, but it would be too rude with Kale here. I'm not usually like this. I'm a little embarrassed that I acted like this in front of you. Kale doesn't look surprised. Instead, he dons a strange expression of grim understanding.
It happens to a lot of people. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
What a liar. It happens to a lot of people. Who, exactly? Has he ever even met anyone as freakish as you?
Yeah, I could be a freak. Zero fun. I had to crash the game and had to restart. Oh god, that sucks.
I'm your friend. I'm here to support you. Always.
Oh, he's so sweet. Yeah, I played Zero Escape way back. I think it was 3DS originally, or DS. Might have been DS. So I don't know if any of the new reports are good. I have no idea.
Oh, how generous. He's offering to be your crutch because of how fragile you are.
Like, how much of a freak do you want me? It's like, not like that, but... Kale kicks a stone lying in the path. It skips down the pavement, landing on a nearby patch of
One
flowers.
of my relatives has a panic attack sometimes. She's brilliant. One of the smartest and kindest people I know. But she feels things a lot, you know? And it can be overwhelming.
So he does have experience. Wow.
So sometimes she just needs a few minutes to process her emotions, and I hold her hand and talk her through it. It's no big deal at all.
Glass case of emotions. I had no choice but to slap that witch's tits. It's much like the DS version, but with full voice acting now. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, voice acting is nice. Saves a lot of reading. No big deal. Because I know that game's really long. Collapsing in the middle of a crowd and troubling everyone was no big deal. I don't know what to think of that. Part of me is annoyed by Kale's flippancy, the way he dismisses my suffering with a few easy words. Yet part of me is also strangely reassured by his nonchalance. As I'm mulling over the statement, we reach my building. I fumble my ID card out of my pocket and swipe it through the reader. Yeah, it saves a lot of reading. Me, who's totally literate and has never misread a word ever. I totally did not struggle to figure out how to pronounce one of the characters' names. Thank you. I waved to Kelly and shut the door, his words ringing in my ears. I groaned to my pillow. I can't believe what I did last night. Yeah, so we did this part already. Like, that whole sequence was just... Now we're gonna accept the invite. Okay! Like, I want that pizza this time. Only takes a few seconds for the phone to ding with a familiar notification. Really? Yay! I'll come get you right now. Sec. I exit the building. Kali is already there. His cheeks and ears tinged pink from the cold. He waves excitedly to me with both hands. He leads me through the darkened campus, along the lamp-lit paths until we reach the student union. When he opens the door, I'm greeted by a trio of new faces. One girl and one guy are lounging on the couch in front of the TV. Another girl is unrolling paper towels and stacking them next to a couple of pizza boxes.
This is Mari, Naya, and Asher.
Hello. Nice to meet you. Naya and Asher wave in excitement. Mari hands me a plate and a paper towel. Help yourself, this one is vegan. She opens the oily cardboard boxes, revealing 2 pizzas. One is covered in tomato sauce, vegan mozzarella, and basil. The other is basil pesto, sausage, roasted peppers, and goat cheese. I think I will go with the first one, actually. Tomato sauce. It's like I like pesto, but the goat cheese, I'm like, I grab a slice of tomato sauce pizza. The mozzarella is especially stringy, clinging to the cardboard as I try to extract the pizza
What
from
drink
the
you
block.
like? Beer or soda?
I'll take just water. Be hydrated. He fills up a glass of water for me. I accept it, setting on the table. Ollie takes a slice of pesto pizza and sits on the floor in front of the couch. I join him. The room dims and the TV lights up. On the screen, a lanky young man with a mop of curly hair fields questions from a curious reporter. It's an interesting movie. The protagonist is a college student who joins his best friend's startup. They make a social network that quickly takes over the country. However, the midway through the film, it's revealed the best friend is actually an alien who's using the social network as a way to harvest information about humanity. It's the Mark Zuckerberg movie. As the film winds down, I finish the final bite of pizza. The protagonist just barely evades his best friend's ray gun and stabs him in the throat. Yeah, they just swapped out him being a robot with him being an alien, you know. It's practically the same thing. In the final few words, the protagonist staggers to the console, trying to prevent the information from being sent to the mothership. But he's too late. The film's final shot is of the console screen, eerily displaying transmission set in big pixelated green letters. Ooh. Kelly gets up and flips on the light. Mari turns off the TV. The hell was that? Bland sequel bait. I thought it was pretty good. Really ominous.
It's a fitting metaphor for online privacy, isn't it? They couldn't stop the aliens because it can't be stopped. Once you use the internet, no matter how hard you try, your information is going to be collected and used against you.
Truth. 5 of us clean up, tossing the pizza boxes and cleaning the dishes. When we're done, we sit on the floor in a circle chatting about the movie. Although, to be fair, Kale does most of the talking. What movies do you like?
Better
This
not
question.
tell them what you really like. After all, if you tell them that your favorite series is an animated whodunit franchise for kids starring a detective dog, they'll think that you're weird and utterly childish.
What would you prefer I tell them then? That I like Bible Black? I brushed aside Guy's provocations. I already prepared. I watch most things, but I've been watching a lot of sci-fi stuff lately. My favorite is the Eradicator series. Oh, the one about the shape-shifting aliens that take over humanity, right? Yeah, and then the main guy travels back in time to prevent humanity from making contact so that they don't get taken over.
He's not the protagonist. The protagonist is a woman he's helping.
He's the guy on the cover, though. Kelly
The guy
sighed.
on the cover is the villain. The villain!
The villain! I really liked it. It's nice to see when a guy jumps into the vat of acid to save everyone else.
That's the sequel.
Why do you always get so hung up on the details, Golly? Let up a little.
Eradicator 2 is the best one.
Ah. Eradicator Reborn is the best one. The villain wields a pair of nunchucks that turn into machine guns. Does he become the Jonker? I don't know. I like the Eradicator 4, the one starring Holly Day. I think they're talking about the Terminator. It reminds me of the other movie we watched with Holly Day, the one where she had 6 months to live, so she decides to go find her first love. That one was so good. I was crying at the end when she found her boyfriend's last love letter to her. Ending was kind of boring. Say that you want killer robots to appear in the last 20 minutes of the movie.
60
Asher.
years, 6 months. Was
Yeah, exactly,
one
at the
of Holly's
Junkler.
best performances. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that the director made the film with her in mind. It was a crime that she didn't win the Golden Galaxy Award that year.
As the conversation meanders away from the topic that I had started with, I fall silent while Mari and Asher bicker about the sentimentality of the climax of 60 years, 6 months. Holly leans over and asks if I ever watched it, but all I can do is shake my head. Yeah, it's like I almost fell asleep before it's like an hour before getting ready. I was like, oops. It's like I managed to stop myself. Sometimes the conversation veers to movies that I had watched, and I scramble to think of something to say. Something interesting that isn't too weird or offensive, but by the time I plan my words, the ears are already talking about something completely different.
Tick tock. It's been so long since you last talked. It's just like class, isn't it? You're going to get a participation score of 0, you know.
Don't remind me! I open my mouth trying to say something, but I soon close it again.
Given up already? Oh, you've truly got an iron will. Why don't you go join the other furniture?
Your chair. I place my hands in my lap, focusing on wiping some of the residual oil from my fingers. At this point, if I say something, I just earn stares of befuddlement. Who is a stranger interrupting our conversation? Better not say anything. It's like, yeah, like shut the fuck up. I'll just stay quiet and wait for this get-together to end. As Diane and Mari discuss the relationship dynamics in a gothic romance film, conversation slows down. Kale is listening intently to the argument, but Asher looks bored. He takes a swig from his beer before looking at me. Asher raises an eyebrow. Hey, Bloody, why are you so quiet? I freeze. I can't remember how many times I've been asked this question. What am I supposed to say? What do you say to that? Sorry, I'm quiet because I'm shy. I just don't like talking much. I'm a bit tired. I'm not feeling it today. I don't know you guys so well, so it's hard for me to barge into this conversation. I've actually got it messed up in the head, and if I talk, I find out, so I'm not actually saying anything. There are a million answers, a million excuses. But I can never say anything. All I can do is offer a nervous laugh and say, yep, I'm quiet. Mari slowly stop chatting and look at the two of us. Cully's already staring. I shrink under their gazes. Geist leans close, his cold breath tickling in my ear.
Oh no. It seems like they found out. How long did you think that you could hide it? Your real self. You pretended to be interesting. You pretended to be a person worth talking to. But you didn't even make it 5 minutes before showing them how boring you are.
No, I'm just waiting for the opportunity to bring up euphoria.
What will they think of Kalane now? He stuck his neck out for you, introducing you to all of his friends. Now what will they think? They might start to think that he's a miserable failure too because he likes someone like you.
There's also maggot baits, which is also really good, if you're into that sort of thing. Sorry. I'm sorry for being so boring. I'm sorry for being such a killjoy. I'm sorry for killing the
You've
in the
already
mood.
ruined everything. You think that begging for forgiveness will help? You're just making things worse.
Oh, are you? While he squeezes his beer can, the crinkly sound is loud in the relative silence.
Maybe it's because they think hard about what they're going to say instead of saying any old thing.
All right. He prods Asher with his knee.
Why are you so loud all the time, bruh? Maybe you should learn to be a better listener.
Damn. Asher brow furrows and his nostrils flare. He looks pissed.
Now look at what you've done. You're ruining his friendships. Kalei is standing up for you. He's getting into a fight with his friend. for you.
We don't know what their relationship is like. Yeah, this game is just, guys, shut the fuck up, the game. I wrap my arms around myself, my knuckles whitening. I stare at my drink on the table, watching the condensation pool around the bottom. The same 5 words run around my head on repeat, screaming and screaming and screaming. I should not have come, I should not have come, I should not have come. I wish I wasn't here. I wish I was anywhere but here. Asher rolls his eyes before shoving Callie on the shoulder. You're one to talk, you're the loudest out of all of us. Callie rolls his eyes in turn, ignoring his friend's provocation.
Anyway, speaking of gothic romances, what did you think about Scarlet Tears? You mentioned that was one of your favorites from last year. We watched that a couple weeks ago.
Good save. Callie smoothly transitions the conversation to a film that I've watched. I managed to get in a few sentences, although it does take too long for the conversation to veer in a direction I can't keep up with. However, whenever he notices, Callie brings me back to the fold with an easy question. Asher remains relatively quiet. His eyes are crossed, his eyes are narrowed into a pointed glare aimed straight at Callie. The other boy doesn't stop sulking until we split up for the evening, with everyone returning to their respective dorm rooms. I'm the only one who lives in a separate building. Callie offers to walk me back. When we're outside, I cross my arms, shielding my body from the chill. I feel strangely nauseous and oddly vulnerable in a way that I can't explain, as if someone cut a hole in my chest and left it open so that everyone could peer inside. Callie scratches his nose. He looks around awkwardly before turning to face me.
I'm sorry.
For what?
They, said some pretty insensitive stuff to you. They're not usually like that.
They were only like that because you were there. You made everything awkward.
Shush!
I'll make sure they're on their best behavior next time. Don't worry.
There won't be a next time. Not after you messed everything up so badly.
Shush it!
I'm really glad that you came.
He's lying. They always lie. He's just trying to...
We all like movies, but sometimes it feels like I'm the only one who takes them seriously, you know? They're always joking around about how bad the dialogue is or how hot the actors are.
I like how we still have so much in common with Callie. It's like, we like kids' movies, and we have shitty tastes in friends.
Whenever I want to talk about the story or the characters, they brush me off. Even when they don't, you can tell they don't want to talk, you know? That's interesting, or, wow, you thought about it a lot. Sometimes I feel like a weirdo. Like I don't belong.
Aw, baby.
So it was really nice having you there. It seems like we're on the same wavelength.
Hell yeah. He might be lying, placating me with soothing words, but he seems sincere. I feel the same way. I really like talking to you, too. I mumble the words, barely able to get them out. Inwardly, I curse. I sound so awkward. What if Callie thinks I'm lying or being insincere?
Feels like you listen to me. You really listen. I wanted to thank you for that.
I've been told I'm a good listener. Guilt bubbles into my stomach. I want to protest. I'm not listening, not really. I'm just wrapped up in my own thoughts all the time and I don't speak. Really, I'm a selfish jerk. I'm always obsessive about myself. I don't listen to you because my thoughts are constantly screaming in my head. Literally, there's a ghost in my head. The ghost is back. Ah! When I look at Callie, his sunny smile erodes my doubts. Like, yes, chilly. He's generally grateful towards me. Even if it was accidental, I did something for him that he appreciates. I made him feel heard. I guess I did a good thing. Yippee! Eat it, Geist! I look around, he's gone. Loser. We arrive at my dorm building. Thanks for inviting me, I had fun. I return to my room, the guilt in my stomach had morphed into something else, a strange mixture of emotions, ones that I can't easily define. Guilt, nervousness, humiliation, gratitude, and something almost like pride. Alright. Get the mail. And tell Geist to go fuck himself. Geist's touch fills me with revulsion, resentment, and anger. Ooh boy, it's the moment we've been waiting for, folks! I shove him away. He stumbles backward, hitting his head against my desk. He rubs the back of his head, glaring at me. Everyone hates you? It seems like the only one who hates me is you, Geist. Geist's eyes widen. His eyes are brimming with some emotion I can't quite describe. It almost looks like betrayal. Yeah, we're gonna fuck him up! Hell yeah, let's go!
I don't hate you. I love you. I care about you more than anyone else. You're my entire world. I exist for you.
You're bad at showing it. Huh! You love me? When you spend all day telling me how worthless, disgusting, and unlovable I am? When you do nothing but beat me down, grind me into dust so you can pick up the pieces? I don't know what that is, but it's definitely not love. The floodgates are now open. I blink quickly, try not to let the tears flow out of my eyes as the words flow out of my mouth. Why? What's your game? You want me to feel small and laughable and hopeless so that I never feel confident enough to leave you? So I always need you? Yes, exactly! We finally figured it out! Woo! Geist opens his mouth before closing it again. He tries to speak a couple more times before he finally finds the words. Yeah, it was labeled as a Yandere game, but it was just struggling with the depression the entire time. Symbolism!
I'm just being honest with you. I don't want you to get hurt. Not when you're this fragile. Not when the slightest push will break you into 1,000 pieces.
Okay. You're the only one who's hurting me.
I just wanted to help.
You're not helping! You've never helped! The tears are gushing out now, warm droplets caressing my cheeks. All you do is make me so stressed that I'm terrified to do anything. Boxing me into a prison of my own thoughts so that I can't step outside of it. Trying to alienate me from people around me. You liar!
I'm not a liar.
But you are! Kelly hates me when everything that he does has communicated the opposite. He says he likes to talk to me. He invites me to hang out. He wants me to meet his friends. And yet every single time, you tell me that he's pretending, that he actually hated me all along. What kind of crazy hoops do you have to jump through to believe that he hates me after all that? What are you, some kind of mind reader? To be able to tell what he's really feeling?
No. But I just know. Besides, even if he doesn't hate you now, he'll hate you eventually. It's just a matter of time.
And if something happens later and he tells me that he hates me, so what? I'll move on. I'll live. It won't be the end of the world. I'll make new friends. I'll form new relationships. But if I'm always too scared, if I never reach out, then I'll never form bonds with anyone. I'll just continue floating listlessly through life, blindly following wherever you decide to take me. I might get hurt, and that's okay. It happens. I don't want to spend the rest of my life avoiding the things I'm afraid of. I want to spend it doing the things I actually want to do.
What do you want to do?
I don't need to think about my answer. I want to be Kale's friend, and also maybe give him a smooch. With consent. A Geist looks down at the phone, guilt marring his features. He lifts his eyes to meet mine. I stare back unwavering. He extends the phone to me.
All right. Good luck.
Finally. I hesitate, thinking it might be a trick, but before accepting the device. It's still displaying Kale's conversation on try-message. I bite my lip and send my message quickly, try not to overthink it. Are you interested in watching a movie with me? I just got my hands on Young Detective Dog, and I thought you might want to see it. My phone buzzes immediately. Yes, I really want to see it! Right now? Right now! I've wiped the tears from my eyes. I'm really no state to see him right now. I pause before sending the next message. I've got a few things to do right now, but maybe in a couple hours? I'll be there. Can't wait. I look up. Geist is gone. Sounds a little different than usual. Almost a little overly enthusiastic. Bridge is a plastic bag filled to the brim with different snacks. Wow, you just had these lying around?
Oh no, I ran to the store really quick. I didn't know what you liked, so I got a bunch of stuff.
I like this guy. He rummages through the bag.
Oops, I forgot drinks.
I laugh. We're in my room. Why are you the one trying to provide everything? He smiles awkwardly.
You're right. That's kind of weird, isn't it? I guess I got a little excited and didn't think too much.
It's alright, you're so cute. We laughed together before settling on the rug. I brought my laptop on my desk chair. I plug in my DVD player before carefully inserting the detective dog disc. The movie starts with a close-up of a dingy city street. Several pairs of feet pass by, splashing through the muddy piles strewn over the pavement. Polly opens a carton of cookies. He opens the box open for me. I take one, savoring the cream-filling sandwich between 2 chocolate biscuits. You could just say an Oreo. He also opens up a bag of spicy chips and sets it on the ground between us. The camera zooms in, focusing on an alleyway in the background. A dirty cardboard box comes to view. A small puppy and his fur matted with dirt and blood lies in the box. I'm Dog. In the future, I'll be Detective Dog. But not now. Now I'm just a poor orphan dog. We quickly become completely enthralled by the film. The animation is definitely dated, but the voice acting performances and the writing are mesmerizing. The plot is much darker than the other entries in the Detective Dog series, following Dog as he's falsely accused of stealing a rich cat's pearls. On screen, we watch Dog's interrogation. Dog stays quiet as the policeman tries to emotionally manipulate him, promising a warm bed of food if he fesses up. I pull the chip out of the bag, enjoying the spicy sweetness. I reach towards the bag again when Collie's fingers ghost over the back of my hand. I freeze.
Sorry.
He jerks his hand back, his ears are red.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeesh. I reach over, place my hand on his, squeezing it, then I turn towards him. I hover in front of Callie's face just long enough that he could sense my intentions. His eyes widen, but he doesn't pull away. I press my lips against his. It's only for a moment, but his skin is warm and soft against mine. I pull away just as quickly, burying my face in my hands. I gotten drunk on chocolate cookies, spicy chips, and orphan animated dogs. Callie turns away from me. I want to scream. I ruined it. Good going. The second you tell guys to get lost, you decide to act like a creep and a pervert. I really should have used that jerk's intervention if I had known I was going to do something this stupid. Like, I won't want to be the friends anymore, and he won't be too awkward to stop the movie, and I was going to be stuck with the deviant. Collie tentatively reaches his hand out. He places it over mine, interlacing our fingers. He squeezes my hand. Yay! After our introductory computer science class ended and the new semester started, Collie and I started to officially date. Yippee! No more voices in our head. We often spend our evenings together and we go out on weekends. Nowadays, I invite him to hang out as often as he invites me. Our unspoken rule is that whoever does the inviting gets to choose the movie. I've gotten to know Collie's friends better too. Mara's a sweet girl who's always cared for others like a mother hen. Nay is level-headed and unflappable with a penchant for sarcasm. Even Asher isn't a bad guy once you get to know him. He has a tendency to blurt out whatever's on his mind. He's a little immature, but he's generally caring and has his moments. Who cares? I got the kiss the cute boy. I find myself striking up conversations with their classmates too. We don't become fast friends, but we exchange a few friendly words. Sometimes the interactions are as smooth as butter, and sometimes they're as rough as sliding across sandpaper. Ow. But that's okay. I feel myself changing, little by little. That man didn't vanish completely. Oh shit. But whenever he tries to drown my ears with nervous prophecies, I don't respond. It's difficult to ignore him, but he's quieter now, less insistent. His rhetoric has changed a little too. He no longer speaks exclusively in apocalyptic foretellings. Sometimes he watches me open my fourth cup of instant noodles in a week and says, that much sodium can't be good for you. Why not cook something? I'm on the couch, scrolling mindlessly through social media. It sits next to me and leans in my ear and whispers, going for a walk would be better for you than lazing about at home, wouldn't it? Wow, he's actually trying to be useful. And actually caring for our well-being. As I sit at my desk, browsing through my online shopping portals, he sidles up behind me and shuts the laptop saying, you know you don't have room for frivolous purchases on the budget right now. His tongue hasn't lost its edge, but those lectures only bring me mild annoyance, not fear. Sometimes I actually take his advice, and sometimes I tell him, no, I want to buy the fancy trinkets online. I want to roll my gotcha, damn it. On the occasion, he falls back into old habits, reciting old lines. They don't like you, everyone hates you, do nothing but ruin everything. But he says them less and less with each passing day. It's a man that follows me. He's always watching, and sometimes he whispers in my ear. I wonder if he'll ever go away. He probably won't. And that's alright. And there we go. That's the end of that. So yeah, overall that was really cute. We're gonna boot up another game, don't worry. I think I'll boot up Yandere Heaven next, because that got a sequel. But yeah, overall that was a nice little metaphor for anxiety. And how it's like, yeah, it's like you might, it's like, if you see it from outside perspective, it seems all crazy, like, but then you're like, you just talk yourself into be like, no, this is fine, this is totally fine, everything's fine. It's like, it's not. So no, I liked what they were going for with this. Like, it makes you want to fight back against them, and I like that. And I like that it was voice acted. That was cool too. So yeah, I'm gonna take my potty break and set up the next game, so I will be right back. Eee. Is it gonna crash? Okay, good, it didn't. Alright, we're back and we're starting up Yandere Heaven. Yandere Heaven. We played Volume 1 like many months ago, so now we're gonna play Volume 2. It's a separate story. A disclaimer. Fan translation. Self-contained. Like, we've seen this before. I think. Like, you know, it's yanderes. Alright, volume 2. Yeah, so it's like, when I saw that there was a volume 2, I was like, oh, since I did the girls last time, I'll pick the boys this time, but it's like, look at how hot the girls are! Jesus Christ! Look at them! Holy booba! So yeah, we'll just do that.
Doctor, you look dreadful as always today.
Hello?
And you look as healthy as ever.
It's like, hello, doctor!
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, yeah, of course.
Since you're so virile, can I interest you in making a blood donation?
Oh boy, they hate each other.
No, thank you.
Such a pity. It's the least you could do.
Are you picking a fight with me, Doctor?
Fight, fight, fight!
You really are tedious. Petty little bimbo.
Huh? Did you say something?
I did not.
What's your problem? You'll make your intern anxious if you keep acting so agitated.
I'm not agitated. Anyway, let's get down to business.
Hospital hijinks! Your internship is turned upside down when a wealthy patient fights with your mentor for your attention. Only one can claim your heart. Proceed? Hell yeah, let's go! Hive mind! Please note the content warnings. Swearing! Threatening behavior. Kidnapping. Drugging. General yandere shenanigans. Like, cool, thanks. You know how it goes. It's a yandere game.
Come in. It's unlocked. Good afternoon. You must be the new intern, right? I'm the duty doctor, but feel free to refer to me as Tomomi. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'll be the one in charge of your tutelage while you're with us, so I hope you'll find my guidance useful. Please, there's no need to stand. Take a seat.
Let me see, can I increase? Okay, voice volume is as loud as I can make it.
I hope this won't offend you to mention, but you're looking awfully stiff. I think I've seen livelier expressions on corpses. You must be terribly nervous, huh?
It's like, doctor, give me the news.
Understandable, with it being your first day here and all. But please try to remember that trainees are still a part of the team. Don't forget to smile while you're facing patients, even if you have to feign it.
I'll try my best, ma'am. Do I really look that bad?
Sorry. I didn't mean to cause you concern. You'll be absolutely fine, trust me. I'll be sure to teach you everything you need to know, so please try to relax a little.
Okay, that one's load. That one's saved. Okay.
Alright. I suppose I should explain some of what you'll be doing then.
Yes, please explain, ma'am. A little later.
Well, that's the gist of it anyway. I could go further into detail, but
Further detail? I can hardly remember the stuff she just said.
there's no need to look so alarmed. Sure, it might all be a bit confusing at first, but you'll get used to it little by little. Don't worry, okay? I'm not going to throw you in at the deep end. Now, don't panic, but it's time for me to begin my rounds, so I want you to shadow me and start by greeting each of the patients.
Okay.
Oh, and before I forget, here's your name tag. Shall we get going then?
I have a name tag. That's nice. I follow the pretty
Right,
doctor
so I'll
lady.
hand you this. It's only the patient's chart, nothing too complicated. I'll be in charge of the medical examination, so if you could fill in the values for me, that would be fantastic.
Okay, lady.
Actually, I just realized I forgot something from my office. If you'll excuse me, I won't be a moment. Please hang tight, and I'll be back before you know it.
Okay, doctor lady. A little later.
My apologies for making you wait. I wouldn't want to be without this.
What is it?
Oh, it's a communication system for medical use. Kind of like a pager, I suppose. Everyone here has one. You're not supposed to use your personal mobile when you're on duty here at the hospital. So, we keep in contact with fellow staff members using this.
Try to prevent them from making TikToks, because apparently that's a fucking thing.
Don't worry. You'll have your very own one soon enough. It's
No
being taken
breeding
care of as we
yet.
speak. I should remind you to have it with you at all times, but I haven't exactly set the greatest example on that front. Anyway, let's get down to business.
Yeah, let's get down to business. To heal the patients later
And
that
if I'm
day.
not mistaken, we only have one more visit to make, which should be
We can
right
only hope.
around- of course, it's that room. Say, aren't you tired from all that walking? I know we've been on our feet for a while now, so I really won't mind one bit if you'd like to take a break. I can deal with this one by myself.
It's okay, I'm actually pretty healthy, so this is manageable.
I mean, I don't doubt your fitness, but it's a lot to take on for your first day. I wouldn't want you to push yourself too hard, is all.
How nice of you to
Enthusiasm is
care.
fine until you accidentally overdo it. If you overwork now, you might impair yourself later.
Honestly, I'll be alright. Don't worry about it, babe.
You
Dr. Babe?
wouldn't say that. You're too keen for your own good. Listen, I really didn't want to have to spell it out for you, but it seems as though I have no choice, you being so persistent and all.
Yes.
I'm sorry to be so blunt about it, but from now on, I want you to stay well away from this particular room, okay?
Why,
You're
Dr.
free to visit
Lady?
all the others we've been to together, but this one
What's wrong with
is
that room,
strictly
Dr.
off
Lady?
limits.
But
Nope, no buts. You won't get into trouble for leaving out one room. If anyone asks, just tell them I said so. Under no circumstances should you even come close to the... Trust me, it's better for both of us that way.
okay, why though?
Is it really important? You shouldn't have to ask. That's...
Oh, hello!
Something wrong with my room, Doctor?
This seems like the opposite of a problem.
Sayaka!
Hello.
Surprised to see me out here. You were far later than usual today, so I was simply wondering where you'd gotten to. I thought to
Hello.
myself, if she can't come to me, I'll just have to go find her.
I will be your
I know
nurse
how
for
busy
today.
doctors
Would
get
you like
after
to get
all.
ready for your sponge bath?
Is that so?
I mean,
Anyhow, I couldn't
do you
help
need
but
help
overhear
taking
you
your
telling my
suppository,
assistant
ma'am?
here to steer clear of my room. Care to explain exactly what you meant by that before we start to take it personally?
You must be mistaken. I have no issue whatsoever with...
Come now, Doctor. I'm well aware you find my company less than tolerable. Is that the only reason you warned them away? Or are you worried your cute new intern might fall for the charms of a loaded badass like me? For someone like you.
Yeah, she's definitely loaded. I can see 2 guns right there. Pew pew.
Nonsense. If you're going to insist on spouting drivel in an attempt to rile me, can you at least do so while I examine you? We're late enough as it is. You, come in with us too, please.
Okay, Dr. Lady. I'm staying aside or waiting for me to go first. I don't really want to have to squeeze past, but I have no choice.
You.
Me?
Don't worry about it. It's nothing.
What about me? Okay, what was that all about?
So, how are you feeling today?
Honestly, not much different. In fact, I don't really see the point in you coming to check on me every single day. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yes, well, you're a patient here for a reason. You were supposedly hospitalized for something serious, so it's part of my job to ensure you're examined regularly.
It's like she's needed to be examined for her buns of steel.
Listen, you're not the one who will get an earful from the head nurse if anything goes unnoticed.
That's not my problem. You know, you don't have to actually examine me to be able to write up a report. Imagine how much faster it would be to just come up with some random stuff to fill in the gaps.
No, ma'am, we need to examine you thoroughly. I got the little patient little robe right here. You know, the one that exposes your booty. Don't worry about it. We don't judge here. Now start taking off your clothes, please. This is purely professional, I swear.
From where I'm sitting, that's the ideal situation
Or I'll
for
stop.
both of us. I don't have to put up with you bothering me, and you reap the convenience of not having to check on yet another patient.
I can't do that.
Can't or won't? You're the type to just play it safe and stick to the rules. Folks like you must have it so hard.
Lady, stop
Thanks,
fighting.
But I
And
don't
that's
need
not
to
the only
hear
thing
that
that's
from
hard,
the
but
likes of
that's not
you.
relevant right now. Aren't we supposed to examine you or
And
something?
what's that supposed to mean?
Do I honestly need to say it out loud? I don't want sympathy from someone getting paid for being hospitalized. Some of us aren't fortunate enough to earn an income sitting around doing nothing.
Are you picking a fight with me, Doc?
Not at all. I can only apologize if it came across that way.
Sure. So why are you glaring at me like that? You look like a total idiot when you try to act tough, by the way. It doesn't suit you in the slightest.
God, these girls are so
You
spicy.
must think I'm seriously dead. Luckily for you, I think I've taken a shine to your special brand of stupidity. I've decided that from now on, you...
There's still a fair bit I need to explain to you about the work we have ahead of us. We can't afford to stand here all day chatting with patients.
Okay, what? Well, that was awkward.
What's your problem? You'll make your intern anxious if you keep acting so agitated.
What? Huh, I'm not agitated. You don't know what you're talking.
Pen?
Huh?
You put your pen upside down in your pocket just now. Are you sure you're all right, Doc?
Maybe she likes to stab her hand when she goes to reach for it. You don't know.
Fine. Thank you.
So, who are they?
I wonder if they realize I can hear them out here.
That is none of your business. Come on, it's time to leave.
I'm only messing with you, Doctor. It's pretty obvious they're your new intern. Just arrived this morning. Isn't that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, don't pull that face.
I just
It's
come
not like
today.
I
I
never
do
leave my
doctor
room, you know.
things.
And besides, the nurses can't exactly keep their mouths shut either. They sure do love to gossip when there's fresh meat on the team.
I don't know how to cook, ma'am. I don't know
Then
about
why
meat.
did you even ask?
Oh,
Shouldn't you answer that, Doc?
Why now of all times? Yes? Well, if it's regarding that, you're better off asking Dr. Matsushita. Huh? He's in the middle of surgery. Really? Right now? But I'm busy. All right, I said okay.
Oh, what's wrong? Is it urgent? By all means, Doctor, don't let me keep you.
It doesn't concern you. Since your examination is over, I'll be taking my intern back now.
I'm going. Wait, what already? What?
Doc, I was hoping to have the opportunity to speak with them. So, could you be so kind as to leave them with me for a while?
Yeah, I could ask you about your
I'd
medical
appreciate it
history
if you
and
could stop delaying us with
if you
your pointless
smoke
requests.
or drink, you know,
Correct
for
me if
for
I'm
medical
wrong,
reasons.
But it's technically only you that's busy, right? They only just started working here, so they can't possibly have
Oh
the
my
same
god, they gonna
workload to
fight
deal
each
with
other or
already.
make out? I don't know.
That call said that there was
Thanks for the
specifically
cliff.
requesting you and only you, Doctor.
You
Oh,
really
help.
tedious, petty little bimbo.
I like
Sorry.
how they
Did you say
smile
something?
so maniacally.
I did not. I fear you must be experiencing some sort of auditory hallucination. It's possible the functioning of your ears is impaired in some capacity, so I suppose I should recommend we schedule another examination just as a precaution. Oh,
No, thank you.
Are you certain?
She's
I
like,
won't be
yeah,
looking out
you
for
want me
your
to
well-being
prescribe you
as my
some
dear patients,
antipsychotics
but
so you
if
can be less of a
insist,
psychotic
I'll leave
bitch?
you alone for now. We should get going
Ugh.
before we're scolded for our tardiness. Come with me.
Yes, doctor lady.
Hey, now.
It's like, are you? It's like, hello. It's like, are you thinking of wanting to have the spectrum?
Pesky doctor. Well, no matter. She can't watch over them forever. I'm sure I'll have the opportunity to see them alone some other time.
Okay, I'll see you next time, Miss Lady. The next day.
Come in.
Sorry for intruding. It's my turn to check on you today.
You don't need to apologize. It's no problem at all. But, you do realize I'm completely healthy, right?
Then why are you here? What do you mean?
So no one filled you in. I'm surprised you haven't heard a rumor, though. It's not like I need to hide it or anything. You know what? I might as well just tell you myself, since you're here. So, I'm stuck here playing hospital patient, but I'm not actually sick. In fact, it's the opposite. I'm perfectly healthy.
So why are you here?
Well, perfectly might be a bit of a stretch, but my physical condition is decent enough, and all my insides are functioning normally. No damage or what have you.
So why are you here?
I mean, if you want to know more, you only have to ask. I have no problem whatsoever giving you all the gritty little details, but...
It's alright. It's honestly none of my business, really. I'm just here to learn.
Is that so? Well, I'm sure curiosity will get the better of you eventually. Then you'll be back here begging me to tell you. And believe me, I'll be looking forward to it.
Okay. I better get going.
Oh, leaving so soon? Stay a moment longer. There's something important I want to ask you.
Oh, now you want to ask me the questions, huh? What is it?
Did you go to Fuzoku College?
Huh? Yes?
I knew it. There's no way I could ever forget you. You're the only one who ever had the guts to complain to my face.
I'm sorry! I have no idea what you're talking about.
You can't seriously tell me you don't remember.
I don't know what I
6 years
did,
ago
I'm
at
sorry.
the cafeteria? Jeez. I knew you were never the sharpest, but surely you remember something.
Wait,
So it's finally coming back to you, huh? I never could have imagined that the thorn in my side from that day would become a doctor. You have to admit, though, the fact that we met here again like this must mean we have some kind of connection. This is destiny at work.
yeah, it's like I think I'd remember her too.
My own personal doctor, huh? Nah, that doesn't sound sexy at all. No, I've got it. I want you to become my exclusive nurse, okay?
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
got a much better ring to it.
Yes, ma'am. Well, it's time for your checkup. I got the stethoscope. Take off your shirt, please. What? That's not why I'm here.
Am I supposed to care about your opinion? I've made my decision, and what I say goes. From now on, it's your duty to make my orders your top priority. Got it?
I don't know why, but sure. I can't agree to that. I'm just an intern. I'm supposed to shadow the doctor, not shack up with patients.
Who do you think you're talking to? I'd watch that tone if I were you. I wouldn't want that pretty mouth of yours to get you in trouble.
You think I'm pretty?
Today's your first day, so I suppose I'll let you off. Just try to keep in mind that I'm not the sort of person you say no to.
Okay.
Unless you want to regret it someday, that is.
I'd like to know who you are.
But don't worry. Since you're new, it means there's still plenty of time for you to learn. I'll be sure to take it slowly and teach you all sorts of things.
Wowee, this internship sure is educational! It's only me, I'm coming in!
Oh, you're here already? I'm impressed. You're faster than usual. Couldn't wait to see me today, hmm? I'm kidding, of course. Having said that, I'd like for you to come around this sort of time every day if possible.
It's like, yeah, I don't think we can say no. Why, was there something you needed?
No, nothing like that. Although, if you're offering to provide an additional service, I'd happily take you up on it.
Such as? Like what?
It kind of spoils it if I have to ask. What do you think? My meal, silly. That's what you came to deliver, isn't it?
Yeah, it's time for
And
the
what do you
educations.
normally do with food?
I hope this isn't going to turn out to be one of those weird, kinky kind of things that only rich people know about. Oh, it totally is.
Honestly, do Do I have to spell it out for you? I'm telling you to feed me.
Alright, if you're into that. What do you mean, nope, I'm out? I want my dialogue choice, damn it!
Wait, don't leave already. Just hear me out, okay?
And get some melon pan.
There is something I need to ask you, so sit down for a second, will you?
Why? What is it?
Just sit down.
Okay, sitting down immediately, ma'am. There's no need to bite my head off.
Well, firstly, I want to drink some of my soup. I'm starving. Huh? What's wrong? Is it really that hard to understand? I said I wanted to drink my miso soup. See? This is serious business right here. I wasn't kidding when I said I wanted you to feed me. I genuinely need you.
Okay. What's actually up with this lady? The lady wants her
Wait,
soup!
I already told you you're supposed to be my exclusive nurse. Heck, I'd keep you locked up in this room with me all day if I could, but I'm trying my best to restrain myself.
Damn,
The least
she's already...
you could do is appreciate how hard
She's
this
already
is for
threatening
me.
to lock me up already. Excuse me? I'm sorry, but I have other patients to attend to. Ones who actually need my help.
Are you trying to antagonize me on purpose? You know, the more you oppose me, the more enticing I find you.
Wow, we've like one of those Chinese finger traps. The more you try to fight it, the more you get stuck.
I should have known you'd be here. I thought you might have been on another one of your walking tours of the hospital again.
Yes, hello?
And of course, she arrives now, right as we were getting to the good part. Oh my, doctor, you look dreadful as always today. Are you sure you're not working too much? If you don't slow down, you might make yourself sick.
Yeah, this is the genuine Yandere. It's like she really, posture,
And you look as healthy as ever. That's right. Can I interest you in making a blood donation? I overheard earlier that our type B stocks are dwindling again. If I remember correctly, your blood is type B. Isn't it, Sayaka?
Oh, this one just likes the blood.
Since you're so virile, I imagine you might like to bestow the benefit of your vitality to others here at the hospital. If it makes any difference, you could look at it as a way to thank us for our diligence in taking care of you. It's the least you could do. I don't have anything in particular to attend to this afternoon if you're willing to make a donation. In fact, I'd be more than happy to personally attend to you.
She really wants to see her shed blood.
Thanks for the offer, but I'd really rather not.
Is
You know,
that
poke a few
so?
holes there, if you know what I
Such a
mean.
pity. And you haven't even eaten all your food. It would be a shame to see it go to waste. Just because you're killing time here doesn't mean you should neglect a proper diet.
I know. I was actually about to have them feed me when you barged in all of a sudden.
Yeah, actually,
Isn't
that's...
that right?
Yeah, actually.
Huh? Please tell me you're not serious.
Why aren't you answering? I already warned you once. You're supposed...
Sayaka, enough with your sick jokes. Did your mother never teach you not to lie? If you keep on making a fuss, I'll sew that big mouth of yours shut.
Oh no, the girls are fighting again.
Oh, yeah? And
They
how
never
exactly do
stop.
you plan on doing that, huh, Doc? Last time I checked, you're a psychiatrist, not a surgeon.
She's a psychiatrist?
That may be the case, but I like to be prepared for a variety of situations, so I took a course on cosmetic surgery. I haven't performed anything in quite some time, but
Oh,
Well,
so she's here cause
I'm
she's
sure I can
fucking
manage
crazy. Gee, shocker.
kidding aside, I'm sure we've intruded on your meal for long enough. So I'll be taking back my intern now. I'm sure you'll find it much easier to eat without any distractions.
Hold up, please. Do they really have to go?
I guess I do.
I don't see why it would be a problem to leave them here with me, especially since I need their help, right?
Like, ah, yes, it's all starting to come together.
I'm afraid that's just not possible.
Why?
We have a meeting momentarily, and it's vital they attend. Slacking won't aid their internship with us. They still have a lot more to learn if they're going to become a half-decent doctor. I won't allow them to fall behind. Not on my watch.
It's nice that she's looking out for me,
Fine.
I think.
If that's true, then I suppose I can make a special exception just for today.
How uncharacteristically generous of you. You have my thanks. Now, should we get going?
I guess we go to the meeting?
And just as I was hoping to put them to work, the good doctor sure knows how to stick her nose in at the worst possible time. Such a pain in my ass. How is it that she always manages to interrupt at the most inconvenient moment? It's gotta be a coincidence, right? Maybe. But still, the bitch sure is suspicious.
Maybe she's got cameras.
I guess I'm probably overthinking it. Nothing like this has ever happened before, so I should stop worrying already. Besides, I still have plenty of time here. I just need to plan my next step more carefully. If I pick the right moment, I might be able to call them later.
Maybe. If I'm not too busy with Dr. Lacey. A little later.
Sayaka truly is the most pathetic kind of troublemaker. If her disgraceful behavior continues, it'll start to impact your work. You wouldn't want that, now would you? Which means we need to come up with some kind of countermeasure as soon as possible.
Yeah, I need to become doctor.
It's no use smiling at me all innocently. You're at fault too, you know.
Eh?
She may be a patient here, but that doesn't mean you have to dote on her. You need to learn to say no when you don't want to do something.
But she told me I can't say no.
Sure, I might have saved you today, but that was purely by chance.
And probably the
I
cameras.
won't always be around every second of the clock to come to your rescue. Please don't pull that face. It hurts my heart to see you upset. I didn't mean to make you feel bad. It's just...
I'm just trying my
Well,
best, Dr. Lady.
where you're concerned, I can't seem to stop myself from being strict. I'm sorry.
It's okay, I get it. You were just looking out for me.
Precisely. My intentions are entirely pure. So please, just be careful before she becomes completely obsessed with you.
Whatever you say, Dr. Lady.
That privilege to be consumed entirely with thoughts of you is reserved exclusively for me.
Woo, she's crazy too. Let's go. Right, so shouldn't we get going? I don't want to make us late for the meeting.
Yes, of course. Well, you see, there is no meeting. That was merely an excuse to get you out of there and away from that vile pervert.
Someone's tired.
I've been doing research for most of the morning, but I haven't got anything much to attend to until later this afternoon. So, I figured I might take a little nap. Would you be so kind as to wake me up in an hour or so?
Yes, ma'am. Sure, what do you want me to work on in the meantime?
Let's see. Did you manage to finish sorting those documents I asked you to earlier?
Not quite.
Perfect. Then, please continue with that, and wake me once you're done.
Okay, Dr. Lady. Sure thing. I am good at the organizings.
I almost forgot. But if you encounter any problems, feel free to poke me, especially if it's regarding our problem patient, Sayaka. If she calls for you, under no circumstances should you answer her. Just wake me immediately, and I'll handle it myself. Understood?
Maybe. Yeah, wake her up with kisses in an hour, exactly. I am actually really good at organizing. Domo iron for it, welcome. Yes, that for it is indeed very long. Got it.
Wonderful. Well then, I suppose we'll speak a bit later.
A little later.
Huh? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be at that meeting the doctor mentioned?
Oh shit, she
It's
came in.
only been half an hour since she stole you away.
It turns out there was no meeting.
So, it was just some random excuse the jerk came up with on the spot. Huh. I should have known. I bet you're thinking she looks pretty unprofessional now. I wouldn't worry about it though. She's always like that. So, where is the filthy liar?
She's sleeping. Taking a nap.
Why does that not surprise me?
Why is
She'd
everything
say she
pink?
was
That's
free
just the
this
aesthetic of
evening,
this
didn't she?
game.
Which means she won't be
It's
back to
pink
bother
for
us anytime
love.
soon. This is perfect. It'll be just the two of us.
Just the two of us. I'm working. Was there something specific you needed from me? I gotta organize these folders or whatever she asked me to do.
Specific? No. But I do need you. But
You think pink for Kirby. Yeah. It's like pink yanderes, pink Kirby, pink love. But I'm
Don't
busy.
just sit there gawking. I'm a guest. Shouldn't you be fetching me a drink or something?
There's a canned coffee if you want it.
Canned coffee? You've got to be kidding me. I'm kind of insulted you think I'd ever touch that crap. Please tell me you don't actually like it. If you had any taste, you'd throw it away.
Some of them aren't that bad. That's all I have, so take it or leave it.
This is what I get for mixing with commoners.
Oh, whatever, Ojo-sama.
Ugh. Yeah, that's awful. I don't even know how you can stomach the stuff. It's weak as hell, not to mention lukewarm, which is practically a crime. But worst of all, it doesn't even have any taste or substance. I'm sorry, but it's genuinely vile.
I like it.
You know what? You deserve so much better than this. I'll show you what real coffee is. Come on.
What? But the doctor said to get these documents finished.
And I'm inviting you to have coffee with me. Screw the doctor. You should feel honored. Look, I'm not taking no for an answer, so get yourself together because we're going out.
But the doctor told me that I should be taking no for an answer. Domo Yoshihiro, welcome. I can't, okay? I'm working.
And have someone else do it for you. You're only an intern. Whatever the doc's got you doing, it's
Yeah, screw the
highly
doctor,
recommended
exactly.
for you.
This could end up taking longer than an hour. We'll see.
No one's going to lose it over some trainee's unfinished files. Even if there's no one you can ask, it's not the end of the world if it doesn't get done right away.
Worst case scenario, I just finished this Saturday.
What if we try to find someone to cover you together? If anyone even thinks about telling you no, I'll make sure they change their mind. Not that there's a single chump crazy enough to defy me in this hospital.
I wouldn't put my workload on someone else. That's just wrong.
Fine. Let everyone walk all over you, why don't you? I'm only trying to help, but whatever. I give up for now since you're so stubborn.
You might be late to... Oh, you might be late to waking up the doc. Yeah, it's like we might not come back in time to wake her up.
But I'm inviting you out again the second you finish work, okay? If you don't have work, then there's no problem, right? So look forward to it because you seriously need to shake up your taste buds, my friend. In fact, I'll plan an entire evening of entertainment just for you.
How nice, but why? Maybe she'll leave me alone if I just ignore her.
By the way, I heard you broke up with, what was the name again?
Wait, how do you even know that?
If you knew anything about me, you'd realize how dumb of a question that is. Since you're so cute when you're stressed, I'll let you in on a little secret. When it comes to you, I know everything.
How do you know everything? Yeah, it's like, don't let everyone walk over you. Also, I won't take no for answer. Yeah. This lady is pushy. Yeah, this is Yandere Heaven. Like, we're on volume 2. Because it's like, we played volume 1 before, and then they came out with another one. Domo Doom Guy, welcome. How you doing? Doing Yandere games.
You were going out with that nerd ever since you were in college, right? It was about time you broke it off. Trust me, you made the right choice. You don't deserve to be with a cheating scumbag who dared to date someone else behind your back.
Ouch.
I mean, what a moron! How could anyone possibly pick another person over you? I'd never do something as stupid as that. I'm a far better fit for you.
How nice.
If you gave me a chance, I'd never dream of doing something as disgusting to you as that. Heck, if you wanted, I'd gladly stay by your side forever.
But why?
I love you until the day we die. No, even beyond death, eternity.
I like her cat face a lot. Oh no. Yeah, I love Yandere too. How often do you die in this game? I don't know, we'll find out. Oh, you were lurking for a while. Okay, so you saw the other game I was playing then.
Hey, I meant to say to you, actually, you don't have to keep addressing me like I'm some stranger, you know? I'd much prefer it if you just call me Saika. In fact, scratch that. It's an order. Got it?
I can't think of how it would look to the other patients. It's unprofessional.
And I'm supposed to care about that? How many times do I have to tell you? Your opinion doesn't matter when I'm commanding you to do something. You should know by now that it's futile to oppose me on these matters. You do realize it just makes things more fun for me when you do that. I get to watch that adorable frown start to form on your face.
Oh no, she likes to watch the struggle.
As far as I'm concerned, you're only here to amuse me. But I might at least consider allowing you to call me whatever you want, if you promise you'll look only at me. If you give me your word that you'll stay by my side and be only mine forever and always, from now on,
Oh god, she woke up on her own. Shit. She's like, I sensed the danger in the force.
Damn it. I should have drugged the bitch or something while she was still sleeping.
Foreshadowing.
Dr. Tomomi, welcome back to the land of the living. You look ever so pale. Did something serious happen?
Please leave. You shouldn't be in here.
Huh?
I said, kindly get out. Immediately.
If you value that pretty face of yours, give up and hand your precious intern over to me.
Damn, she going right for the throat. She ain't fucking around no more. Yeah, it's like date all of them at the same time. Yeah, she got that ultra instinct. She was like, so it's like, I sense someone going after my man.
Excuse me?
Come now, Doctor. You're a smart cookie. I know you know.
I know you know.
exactly what I meant. Or do you want me to go into more detail?
Like, alright.
I had hoped it wouldn't come to this. But it seems I'll have to hurry things along after all. Won't I?
What do you mean hurry things along? What are you planning, ma'am?
Are you okay? She hasn't done anything strange to you, has she? If something happened, please, just tell me, alright?
I'm okay,
I'm
I
your
think.
mentor.
She took my
You can
coffee.
confide in me no matter what. If she touched you, there are more than a few ways we can sue her into oblivion so she never lays a finger on you again.
I just gave her coffee and she said it was shit. Nothing like that happened at all.
Are you sure? Because I'll understand if you're scared. You don't need to keep secrets from me.
She's like,
I'll
show me on
support
the
you
doll
in
where
any
she
way I
touched
can
you.
If you want to bring a case against her.
In fact, screw the doll. Show me where she touched you on my body. It's fine, honestly.
So she really didn't do anything to you?
No.
Thank God. I don't know what I would have done if she'd hurt you.
I think she probably hurt you more than she did me. You really do look pale, Doctor. You can't have gotten much rest.
Well, that's awfully sweet of you to worry
I'll
about
hydrate.
me. Thank you. I'll be alright. I won't die on you just because I missed a little nap. In fact, humans can go a remarkably long time without sleep, more than you might think.
Yeah, words like that are how you end up. Yeah. There might be hand holding. I don't know. But yeah, Domo Normal Pizza, welcome. How you doing? As you can see, I got braids on my head now, and I hydrated. Yeah, she touched me on my coffee, exactly. Well, now I'm a little less
That's
thirsty,
besides
so
the
thanks, I
point.
guess.
The important thing is, I'm still worried about you. Even though you said you're fine, it doesn't alter the fact that you were in danger. All because I was foolish enough to leave you alone. The dilemma is, it's not like I can stay by your side every second of the day. If I'm always watching over you, that would be uncomfortable for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it kinda would, but, you know, it's fine. I don't know what to say.
Never mind. Please ignore everything I just said. I'm overreacting again, and I shouldn't burden you with that. Still, I can't have her wandering around doing whatever she likes all the time. The longer I
Oh, this
allow
is
her
free!
loose in this place, the
Both
more
games
likely
I
it
played
is
today
she'll
are
start
free.
preying on patience, or something equally sinister.
Like, when I upload the VOD on YouTube, I'll have the link in the description.
It's not as though I can just tie her to the bed and.
But it's
solve
pretty
all
easy to find this one. It's just called Yandere Heaven. I ain't lying. No, it's free.
Yes, that's it. All I have to do is rob her of the ability to move.
Oh god, she's gonna cut off her legs.
I could cripple her easily enough.
Oh god. Some misery shit going on here.
Oh, but there are other methods that would be less obvious. How am I only thinking of this now?
Yeah, they're both
When I
crazy.
be as blunt as a hammer, when I can be as stealthy as a snake. It's almost too perfect. That way, she'll never see it coming.
Help.
You don't need to worry about anything anymore, my precious student. Because I'll protect you from that pig, from everyone. Everything's going to be fine.
He's like, I shouldn't stick it in crazy, but I know, it's quite tempting. A lot later. Oh, it looks like Sayaka needs me again, but Dr. Tamori made me promise to stay away. Whatever I do, I'll end up disappointing one of them. I guess I just need to decide who to listen to. Should I answer Sayaka or ignore the call and carry on with work? Choose your side. Before that, let me save. We'll answer Sayaka, and then we'll play the other side after. It's like we'll start with Sayaka and then go with the doctor lady.
So this thing really does have a direct connection to you, huh? I've never needed to use.
Yeah, they're just violent enough to scratch that special itch. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like Sayaka is ready to just love us forever and ever. Do you need me for something?
Well, I just figured I'd change up my tactics a little since you're so hard to get a hold of.
Yeah, it's like the doctor's got a PhD. This chick's just crazy.
Of course, there's no way this could ever beat you being here in person, but I suppose this kind of thing could be interesting in its own way. For example, I can't deny how hot it is to hear your voice so much closer than usual. All sorts of things. Does it feel like I'm close?
Not really, actually. It kind of does, yeah.
And do you like that?
Yeah, I guess. I'm not into ASMR, though. I'm allergic, so don't try whispering in my ear, please.
Someone
I'll
might
throw up. No, really, I am actually
I
allergic.
think I like this side of you. Don't get me wrong, you're utterly adorable when you're acting all shy. But I think I like this better. It makes me want you even more.
Okay. I get the feeling that entering Sayaka's call was a bad idea after all.
By the way, you have the rest of the day off after lunch, right?
How do you know that?
Do you really need to ask? I told you time and time again, there's nothing I don't know about you. Did you think I was joking? Because if so, you should know that when it comes to you, I'm deadly serious.
Deadly, huh?
Later
Give me that, please.
Hi, Dr. Lady, I'm sorry. She called me.
That voice. Shit. Why? Why?
Like, you look like a nice little
Up,
twink.
little snake.
Yeah, it's like, what does our
Always
character even
insist on
look like?
getting in the way when things are heating up. It's like she's freaking stalking them or something. If only. Why? I never liked her from the very moment I met her, but I couldn't possibly imagine she'd grow to be such a giant pain in my ass like this.
She's crazy.
She did this to herself. The good doctor must have known I wouldn't stand for it, so I can't be responsible for what happens next, can I? She gave me no choice. If the doctor wants to make an enemy out of me, then I'll just have to answer her expectations.
How? What's with the skull and crossbones, ma'am?
It's me. Listen carefully and prepare what I tell you to right away.
Who's she calling? Hello?
I'm so sorry about that. I didn't mean to scare you. It's just that call. It was from Sayaka, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Truly is a senseless species of slime ball. Though it seems to be an unfortunate affliction of most upper-class, entitled scumbags rather than an exclusive trait of hers. If it were at all possible, I'd have her moved to a different hospital, but that's not an option as long as she has connections among the director's board.
Dang.
Still, I can't allow her to continue pestering you.
Domo
It's
etymology,
she's already
welcome.
disrupted
Thank you
your
for the
duties,
19
but
months.
I will not
Arigato.
stand
How are
by
you
while
doing? I'm
selfish
doing good,
actions
thank
put
you.
You and your career in jeopardy. It's unacceptable. So,
Unacceptable.
what do you think we should do? I'm sure if we put our heads together, we can figure something out.
It's like, as you could see, it is Yandere Day.
Excuse me. It's mine this time. Huh? Mia, yes, I understand. Please be on standby. If anything happens, I'll call you. And likewise, if you need me, please don't hesitate to ring or come and find me if you have to.
Yeah, it's like, for some reason, I'll have, like, multiple texts on one box, so I'll try to, like, click to have the things, but then it, like, skips it. That's my bad.
Hey there, Slowpoke. What have I told you about keeping me waiting? You could at least try to pick up a bit faster, or I might start to wonder if you're even making an effort.
I'm trying, ma'am.
My health suddenly took a dramatic turn for the worse, and every second
It's like, absolutely.
was a difference between life and death, huh? Oh well, luckily for you, you don't need to worry about a scenario like that ever coming to pass. I'm in way too good a shape to be taken down so easily. So I suppose I can forgive you this time. If you answer that slowly next time, though. Let's just say you can look forward to what follows, my little snail.
Is she gonna assault us?
Anyway, I didn't call you for an aimless chat. There's something important I want to give you, so I need you to come to my room right this instant. Understand?
Sure, ma'am. Anything for you, ma'am.
Excellent. Now sit down there. By the way, what happened to the doctor? When I call you, she usually comes attached like an unwanted extra.
She had to go deal with some sort of emergency. I think there's been a complication with one of her patients.
An emergency, you say? Interesting. Then I guess I should get this over with quickly while she's out of the way. I wouldn't want her to interrupt us yet again. Here, I wanted to give you this.
What is it?
It's a type of sleeping pill my company created.
Oh! Really? Is that... So that's why you're here?
What's with that face? There's no need to freak out. Did you honestly think I was hanging around this tedious place for the fun of it? I'm just acting as a patient for the sake of the company's appearance. What better way to build trust in a new drug than to have it circulating in the very same hospital that's treating one of the company's prodigal daughters?
Weird, but okay.
It's all just part of the job. If I had a choice, I'd much rather be at the office than stuck here. Though I'm sure Father would object to that. The old fart would probably just reel off one of its classic lectures on how much of a burden I am.
Yeah, we got a
to
free
my
sleeping
oh so
pill.
brilliant
Woo!
mother. But enough about me.
Aw, have you gone shy all of a sudden?
Shut up. I'm not being shy at all.
Whatever you
I
say.
said shut up. It's not like I wanted to talk about that crap, it just kind of came out. Jeez. What I actually meant to say was that I
Is it just these two girls? Oh, there's guys too, but it's literally just a gender swap. So it's like, basically, it's the same scenario. You can just pick the gender.
It's not like it's anything special, really. You could buy it on the open market already, but it's not.
But yeah, it is
cheap.
just these two.
I think you should consider at least trying it, though. I've heard it's pretty popular. You don't have any allergies, right? So it should be perfectly safe for you to take straight away. Aren't you curious to see how effective it is?
I guess.
Good. Then come here. I'm giving it to you, no strings attached.
Totally a trap.
Open wide. And there you go. You should be able to swallow without water.
Ooh, that's convenient. Thanks.
Well, that's all I needed you
Must
for.
be one of those
Feel free to head back
dissolvables.
now.
Kind of weird that we consented to being drugged. Huh?
Why so surprised? Were you hoping to stay a little longer? I bet you missed me real bad. You know, I wouldn't mind at all if you want to stay. You just have to say so yourself.
How long does it take for this drug to kick in? Yes?
Yes, what? Yes, you missed me, or yes, you want to stay?
Both.
That's it. But I think I'm going to need a bit more from you if I'm going to believe you really mean it.
Like, maybe. Let me stay with you, Saika. I missed you and I don't want to go so soon.
That's more like it. Of course I want you to stay. If I had it my way, you'd be here by my side the whole day. On second thought, that's still no good. The whole year would be better. But no, even that's not enough. I won't accept anything less than forever.
It's like, boy, she keep coming.
Don't be shy. I understand everything now. You were just using that pathetic doctor to try and make me jealous, right?
No.
I bet that's why you entered that relationship back in college, too. You always were reserved, so you just got with someone else to check my feelings, huh?
No.
In a messed up sort of way, it's actually pretty adorable of you, especially since you probably thought you were being so smart this entire time. But I'm afraid I know all your tricks.
Whatever you say, ma'am.
That's exactly why I made you break up with that college sweetheart of yours.
Really?
The tragic thing is, it wasn't even that hard. All I had to do was find some poor sap living on the back
Yeah, she
line
thinks
and wave a bundle of
she's.
cash at them.
We've been through this whole time.
You'd probably be disgusted if you knew how many people were willing to screw you over just to get their hands on that money. Seducing someone's partner isn't exactly a tough job if the payment outweighs your conscience.
Wow.
But do you want to know the worst part? That cheating scumbag you were content to cuddle up with took a handout too, just to go along with the whole thing. And they say money can't buy love.
So she basically paid two people to fuck. Wow.
Your beloved barely put up a fight when I flashed the cash. That was all it took for the fool to give up and become an obedient little bitch, sniveling at my feet.
Damn.
You do realize what I'm saying, don't you? Your ex betrayed you for a measly paycheck.
Well, I don't know what to say.
That's the problem.
I really
with poor
don't.
People. They're
Fuck
easy
'em, I
to
guess.
manipulate because their so-called morals fly right out the window when it comes to money. They might try to pretend otherwise, but everyone has a price. And in the end, they all pick the money. Which is why I told you back then that you were right to break up with that moron. Scum like that aren't good enough but with me. You'd never have to worry about that sort of thing. As long as you listen to and obey me until the day you eventually die, I'll never harm a hair on your body.
Is that a
I'll
threat or a
pamper you,
promise?
take care of your every need, and all it will cost is your heart. If you promise to love me and only me, I promise I'll be yours for eternity.
All right, sign me up. What if I were to tell the police about your proposal?
Oh, don't be so naive. You're smarter than that. It should go without saying that speaking to the police would be pointless. They're just like all the others. scratching around for scraps.
It's like, will it be good? I don't know.
They might pretend to take the moral high ground, they might claim that they'll protect you, but at the end of the day, I can buy them the same as I can buy anyone else.
I don't know if she's 50 Shades of fucked up. We'll find out.
I mean it when I say I have enough money to make people do whatever I want them to. Believe me, there's no one you could possibly turn to now.
Like, I'm not surprised.
You can run and nowhere you can hide.
Is the drug kicking in yet? You know, the one we consented to taking?
The show's only just started, and I've prepared the most special seat in the house for you, my sweet. I hope you're looking forward to it as much as I am.
Yep, there it goes.
Oh, thank goodness you're all right. You have no idea how worried I was when I returned to the room and saw you weren't there.
Sorry about that.
Something happened? Call me crazy, but I feel like you're acting a little odd.
It's fine, I took a sleeping pill. It's nothing, honestly.
Are you sure? You wouldn't lie to me, right? Because you should know by now that if you have any worries at all, you can discuss them with me. In fact, I'm begging that you do. So please, no matter what it might be, if I can be of any help at all.
It's like, yeah, I don't know how she'd be on the long term, but she is filthy stinking rich, so there's that. Thank you, doctor, but it really is nothing.
Oh, come, silly. You don't need to thank me. I'm just trying to do my best to look out for you. Now, why don't we return to our duties?
Alright, the next day.
I'm so sorry to ask this of you, but would it be alright if you made me a coffee? I'm having trouble.
Yeah, she is far
concentrating.
more stable.
I don't want to let anyone
It's like,
down.
she makes good money, too. Sure. I'll get you your coffee fee, ma'am.
The next time the doctor asks you to fetch her a drink, make sure to mix this in. When you get back, I want you to watch and ensure she drinks every last drop.
Oh, she's
Okay.
making us drug the doctor
This stuff
now.
is
Oh,
custom.
no.
I wouldn't want it to go to waste. Remember, I'm always watching you. If you even attempt to tell anyone about what I've asked you to do, you
Cool,
know
so in
what
this one, we
happens.
team up with her
Don't
to
you?
commit crimes.
I want to hear you say you understand me. Okay? So be a good little puppet and use your words.
I understand.
Excellent. I know you won't let me down, darling.
Here you go, I hope it helps.
Thank you very much. You're so kind. What would I do without you? It's delicious. I don't know what you did to make it so tasty this time, but that's probably the nicest coffee I've ever had.
Yeah, the drugs will do that. I mean, I added a little something extra.
What's the matter? Is there something on my face?
Not at all, I'm just happy you like it.
Is that so? Strange. Somehow, I feel so much sleepier all of a sudden.
We drugged her
I
for
guess
the
I'll go
booba.
wash my face or something. Wait, I can't see properly. I must have really overdone it this time.
Are you okay, doctor?
Huh? Oh, I'm all right. I'm just spacing out a bit right now. Actually, something's wrong. Please, I don't feel so good.
Yeah, did you
Could you
test if that
call
drug
someone?
mixes well with
As
caffeine?
expected of my company's made-to-order medicine. I mean, I knew there'd be no problem manufacturing it, but damn, it sure does work like a charm.
We might want to make sure we didn't kill her. What was it that I gave her?
Oh, just a variant of the drug I gave you to help you sleep. I had them change the dosage of a few key ingredients to make a special mix for our friend here. It wasn't even that hard to tweak to make it work a little faster. So, how do you think we should dispose of the dear doctor?
Wait, what? We're killing her?
We
What?
could always just abandon her since she's gonna be out for a while. But the business side of me says it would be stupid not to sell her organs. Oh, it'd be kind of amusing to make her a specimen for drug testing, don't you think? That'd be so fitting.
I can't be caught up in this. I need to run!
Well, now, if you're not careful, I might mistake you for trying to run away. But you wouldn't do something as silly as that now, would you? Because you know it wouldn't work.
Yeah, I'm in too deep, aren't I? Help!
This is forever by my side
Help!
from now on. Your voice, your touch, it's all mine. You will devote your everything to me, and me alone. Don't worry, I'll look after you. Better than anyone's ever been cared for. We'll get away from this boring city, and you'll live a life of luxury in a place where only I exist.
But I didn't want to kill the doctor lady. No!
No. Sweetie, I'm not the sort of person you can say no to. What's your problem, huh? Do you want a woman who makes more money than you could ever imagine? Or this pathetic doctor who's shown you the slightest bit of affection? There's no way.
I don't know what the
her,
plan was.
right?
I was just told to put drugs in her coffee.
Do you even know how much I've been thinking about you? How long I've been dreaming of the day we'd finally be alone together? From the very moment we met, I've been waiting for that. I've only had eyes for you these past 6 years. When you fought with your ex and were crying all alone, when you were happy, you managed to get a place here. I even know how much you like romance movies. How you rewatch the same few countless times, over and over and over again. And the fact that when you're depressed, you go to your favorite cafe and drink all by yourself until closing time. Can't you see? This is what I've been trying to tell you. There's nothing I don't know about you.
Like, damn, she really does know everything.
I've always
Oh
been
my
honest
God.
these past 6 years. You may not have noticed me, but I was there. Do you think I'd go to such lengths for just anyone? No, I did it for you, and only you.
Sayaka, you're starting to scare me.
Scare you? What's there to be scared of? I'm the only person in this world who cares about you with every inch of my being. The only one. Can't you see that we can make each other so happy? There's no need to be afraid. I'll make you the most loved person on the planet.
I think I've made a huge mistake. Bah.
It's okay. I understand this is all very sudden for you. I bet here, I'll help you. That's it. Just breathe. Nice, deep breaths. Trust me. You'll feel better in no time.
Cool, she's drugging us. Yippee! Yeah, who knew drugging a doctor on behalf of the mental health patient was a bad idea?
Look
Well,
at
you know. Booba!
So stunning. I always knew you'd look good in white.
Where am
So
I?
come, we should start the ceremony.
Hello? Oh, what ceremony? Don't we need a priest or something?
Oh no, we don't need anything as pitiful as that. This is our ceremony. Yours and mine. No other person can cast judgment on our union. I take you as my lifelong companion and vow in the presence of the Almighty to
Like,
love
yeah,
and cherish you
we're
for
being
eternity.
marriaged.
In the good times and the bad. In sickness and in health. Other than us, only God knows the true extent of my love for you. And I will prove that love over and over again for all time.
So you say.
With this, our connection is complete. We're finally alone now, just the two of us, and I won't ever let go of you from now on. You're all mine, in body and in spirit.
Okay. Sayaka wins! Yay! Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, we don't need the credits. We'll go back now, to see the doctor's route. Yeah, this is for Yandere Jam. Let me load it. How do I load it? I'm clicking on it, it's not... Oh, now it's loading. It's like I was clicking on it, it wasn't loading. Ignore. Stick with the doctor. See how she is in comparison. I think it's for the best if I just ignore Sayaka's calls from now on. The doctor's right. I need to stay away from distractions or interning here will be pointless. Later that day. Looks like I've missed the last train. Great. After avoiding her call earlier, Sayaka still managed to flag me down somehow. Dealing with her on top of the rest of my workload meant leaving much later than I hoped.
You're heading home now, right? I can give you a ride if you want.
Speak of the devil! Okay, I'll be fine on my
There's
own.
no need to be like that. I'm not going to do anything to you.
You did in the last route!
Well, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have any ulterior motives. But I also wouldn't want you to hate me, so believe me. I'll hold back for now.
At least she's honest.
Look, just wait here for a bit and think about it, okay? I'll go get my car.
I want to believe her, but I guess it beats walking when it's so late.
I'm sorry about making you miss. Honestly, didn't realize it was so late already. Doctors have it pretty hard, huh? Hmm?
It's only me. Sorry to bother you on your way home, but I forgot to check something important. Can you talk right now?
Hey, who is it from?
That voice just now. Was that Sayaka?
She's just giving me a ride home. It's okay. Oh no, you must be mistaken.
Stop. Don't take me for a fool.
Oh no, she's
You must
mad.
know there's no way I wouldn't recognize that voice.
It's a misunderstanding. Shit.
That was Sayaka, wasn't it? Why are you with her?
She's just giving me a lift home.
Wait, you're actually in her car.
Yeah.
You seriously accepted a lift from Sayaka, of all people. Why? Why would you do that? Why are you with her?
I missed the train.
I offered to walk you home on more than one occasion. Even invited you over to my house. But you declined every single time. Always full of excuses.
I did?
Yet,
Damn.
despite repeatedly turning me down, you say yes to her.
Well, Booba.
In spite of the fact you know full well what an obnoxious, toxic piece of shit she is. In spite of that, you chose her.
Not intentionally.
Does the idea of me accompanying you home honestly disgust you that much? Do you really prefer to be with someone like her?
No, it's not like that.
Much
No,
better
no.
than me. Is she?
Oh, she's gonna kill us. We are so dead.
If I had known it were going to end up like this,
Yeah, she's not stable at all. She's having a nervous fucking breakdown. I think something's wrong with Dr. Tomomi.
Huh? Something's up with the doc. Well, that's hardly news. Isn't that just normal?
What do you mean normal? What is your definition of normal?
Here, give it to me a second. Hey, Doc. They're busy. If you don't need anything urgent, just...
Is that you, Sayaka? Excellent timing. I'm
She bugged our phone. Shit. She's gonna come and fucking kill us.
If you think I'm going to listen to a single word you say, you've got another thing coming. They're my responsibility now, and I fully intend to see them home safely. So, I suggest...
Oh, it's okay. You've done more than enough, thank you. So please, stay right where you are.
Are you stupid or something? I said
Even if you move, I'll still know where to find them. I've got the GPS tracking right here, so why not save yourself the silly game of cat and mouse?
She admits that she bugged us.
You're bluffing.
Am I? Oh, and it's useless to try and disable their device. Even if you turn it off, it won't make a difference. I hid the tracker someplace else. I bet you'd love to know where, wouldn't you? But trust me, you'll never find it.
Oh no, I guess you'll have to strip me down to find it.
But what a waste of time it is talking to you. Would you be a dear and pass me back to them?
Hell no! I'm not...
I said, please let me speak with them.
Yeah, she probably slipped it on my butt when I was sleeping.
Fine. Whatever. Here. She wants to talk to you.
Why, hello again. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. I'm going to leave the hospital and head to your location now. You just wait quietly, please. All will be revealed when I arrive, okay?
Well, she's certainly
Okay.
acting strange, all right? But there's no way I'm gonna just roll over and do what she wants. Let's get you out of here.
A little later.
What the actual fuck?
Is that Tomomi on the road?
You stay inside. I'll handle this lunatic.
Surprised to see me, Sayaka. I told you, didn't I? I know exactly where they are at all times.
Yeah, you did. Who jumps out in front of cars like that? You could have killed yourself.
Thank you for seeing them safely home so far. But I can take it from here. You're free to go now.
It's like, you're insane. Well, it takes one to know one.
Huh? The fuck are you talking?
I need to speak with my assistant in private. So could you please
Yeah, it's like
go
you need to
home?
surprise. You
If
need to do.
stay,
You
there
need to
will be
surprise
no
attack her
way
if you
for
want
our
to beat her. Otherwise, she's
conversation,
gonna
so
kick
I'm
your ass.
politely asking you to leave.
She is a trained professional and probably knows how to put you in a
and drive
lockhold.
them the rest of the way. You'll be fine walking home alone, won't you? Or would you rather I make it so you can never walk again?
Oh no, she's gonna cut off her legs.
Quit waving that syringe in my face, will you? Do you really think an empty threat like that will work on me?
Oh, you underestimate me, Sayaka, but I'm feeling generous tonight. Would you like to check yourself as to whether or not it's an empty threat?
What's in the syringe?
I'll warn you, though. The substance inside is a nasty one. So nasty, in fact, that it's actually illegal. If I give you a shot of this stuff, what do you imagine might happen?
She's gonna euthanize her?
I get it already. You win for now, Doctor. But don't think we're done.
She's fucking crazy. What on earth was all that about? Hi.
Well, it looks like I'll be escorting you home after all.
Did we just take her car? Or did we get in her car? I don't know. What's going on? Help?
Now that I think about it, this is the first time we've ever been together outside of the hospital. It's funny how things work out sometimes, isn't it? I'm sorry for losing my composure earlier. When it comes to you, it seems as though I just can't help. I can only apologize for getting so worked up. I know it's unprofessional. It's just...
It's okay, I should be the one apologizing to you.
No, absolutely not. There's no need for you to apologize at all.
Even though you're the one who's
know
tracking
how
me.
Easily people fall under that swine's charms. It's all my fault. I should have been stricter with you.
Yeah,
But you
posture.
don't need to worry about that anymore. I promise I will protect you from her and from anyone else who ever tries to harm you. From the first moment we met, I always wanted to defend you. Shielding you from snakes like that was my only wish.
That's
You're
nice, but
so precious, so pure.
okay.
And with everything that happened earlier,
Don't look
you
at my
still
browser
make
history
me
though, that
feel
ain't pure.
young than ever before. Which is why I've made it my mission to eliminate everything that could possibly put you in danger.
Like a bodyguard?
That's a good start, right? It's perfect. Of course, you wholeheartedly approve, don't you? I can't proceed without your cooperation.
You want me to consent? I suppose that might make my life a hell of a lot easier.
I'm not hearing an answer.
Okay, do it.
Really? You're sure? It seems we're going to have lots of fun together from now on, doesn't it? My devious little assistant.
What crime is she gonna make me commit?
When I'm done, there will be no one left to look at you but me.
Oh dear. The next day...
It's yours, right? Who's it from?
Surprise, surprise, it's Sayaka.
Slippery, slimy Sayaka. Perfect timing. Go ahead. Answer it.
Okay, hello?
May, it's me. I have some urgent business with you. Get your ass here right now.
So, what did she want?
She didn't really say.
Is that so?
You know what Sayaka's like.
Being her usual demanding self, then. Well, you're free to go, but I'll come with you, purely for the sake of protecting you, of course.
If you say so, ma'am.
What are you doing here? My business is with them.
Don't play dumb, Sayaka. Didn't you learn a single thing from our little encounter yesterday? You know what they say about people who fail to learn from their mistakes.
They die horribly.
This is why I hate dealing with people like you. Too dense to even know when to quit.
Huh? Did you say something? Jeez, this is why I can't stand people like her. One minute she's acting all innocent, the next, full psycho. At least I never try to hide what I am.
I mean, you kind of have a point, actually. You have been pretty straightforward from day one.
No. It must be
It's
your
like,
imagination.
actually, yeah, she's got a point there, but
So,
still, you're both
Did you
equally
call my poor
crazy.
assistant here for another one of your worthless attempts to win them over?
Maybe I'll come to a less terrible ending. I don't know.
I've warned you enough
I don't know.
times now. They're not your slave. So would you kindly quit calling them out on a whim?
What's wrong, Doctor? You're unusually tall, not that it matters. I'll say it once more in the hope it might actually sink into that thick skull of yours.
Oh boy, here we go
They're
again.
my personal nurse, not your property. And if you continue to deny me that privilege, I'll make certain you never work in this hospital again. Is that clear?
Check your privilege.
I'm not sure I understand, Sayaka.
Now who's playing dumb? Don't try to act all tough, Doc. It doesn't suit you. You know full well I have the kind of power over this place that could end you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I meant to be frightened of that?
Have you lost your mind? I'm telling you, if you don't back down...
And I'm asking you if I'm supposed to be scared. It's a fairly simple question.
I don't think she's got any fear. No fear.
So, is that
Only
all you wanted
love.
to say, or do you have any last words?
Huh?
Oh, it's just, I don't think you're going to be able to talk for a while.
Ma'am, what'd you do?
What are you saying? No, that's the syringe from yesterday. You wouldn't dare.
She would.
Correct. How observant of you. Since you already know what it contains, I'll skip the explanation this time. I know your memory can be a little laggy, but I trust that you recall our conversation from before, right?
Are you actually insane?
Yes.
Quite the opposite. I think you'll find I'm perfectly sane.
No.
If I weren't, my hand would tremble when injecting this, but see, steady as a surgeon.
Hey! Don't just stand there watching. Stop this creep!
About that.
There's no need for them to get involved in this. Though you should know that I'm only doing it in the name of protecting them.
Like, I'm not getting
And
involved.
do you want to know what the best part is? They're the one that pulled the trigger.
I did? When did I do that?
Perhaps if you hadn't been such a persistent pervert, you wouldn't find yourself in such a sorry
Do we need to save again?
situation, now would
No?
you?
I think it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, they're both just as dangerous. It's like the pot calling the kettle black.
You...
You can't move, can you? It's already kicked in. I mixed a small dose of a different drug into your morning meal. For someone like you, who doesn't usually take much in the way of medication, even a minuscule dose has a decent impact.
Damn, she planned 4 steps ahead. She'd be playing 5D chess out here.
Unfortunately for you, you're pitifully predictable. It didn't take long to track your patterns of behavior to know you'd call for them around this time. And I was right.
Ah, so that's how we participated.
Why?
You know, just like you, I know everything about them. In fact, as crazy as it may sound, I'm grateful to you, especially for the matter with their ex. You drove that sleazebag away before I even had to lift a finger.
Did I know we're in college too? How long have I known these women?
How do you know that?
Oh, Sayaka, haven't you been paying attention at all? I said I know everything about, including the fact that you've been stalking them for the last 6 years.
Damn, she's done her research.
Actually, you made it extremely easy for me. Thanks to you, I only needed to borrow all the data you'd gathered. What you'd learned in 6 years, I discovered in a mere 6 days spent deciphering your poorly written notes and photographs, not to mention that delightful treasure trove you thought you'd hidden so well.
Ah, she broke into her house and went through her shit. Nice.
What? Then you...
Oh yes, it was only a matter of time before I was able to hack into the plethora of listening devices and cameras you set up to spy on them.
Wow.
The image quality, mwah, and from
Mwah.
such incredible angles too.
I'm right here.
I suppose I should expect nothing less from someone with so much spare cash to devote to such depraved endeavors. Still, I'll admit that it's far better than anything I could possibly have afforded. Whoops!
Grr.
It seems as though our little chat is dragging on a touch. Now, before the effects wear off,
Stop it! Don't come any closer!
please try not to move. The more you force yourself, the more you'll injure your precious muscle. If you stay still, well, it'll hurt a lot less.
No, stop!
Shh, 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 shh. Relax. I selected this specific concoction very carefully so that when it interacts with what you ingested earlier, it will only hurt for a moment and then everything will be over. I'm not a monster.
You kind of are. You both are.
You're
Jesus Christ, why are these monsters so fucking
Get
hot?
away with this! I won't forgive you!
No, you won't forgive me. Oh, however will I go on? As if I'm even remotely interested in your forgiveness. By removing you, I'm doing the world a favor. My conscience is clean.
Yeah, it's like, if monster, why hot?
But before you depart, there is one more thing I need to thank you for. You know how you bought out their entire apartment block? Well, that really was the greatest gift you could have given me, Sayaka. If I remember correctly, the other residents will be evicted by the end of the month. I couldn't have even come close to what you've achieved on my meager salary. So really, you have been immensely helpful, and for that I can't thank you enough. It seems you're already slipping away. Such a shame.
Yeah, I'm just
I
sitting
hope
here
to
letting
live
this
a little
happen.
longer in your despair. Can you hear me, Sayaka? You can leave us peacefully in the knowledge that I plan to take excellent care of them. I'll make them happier than you ever could.
Oof.
Your pulse is quickening, but don't worry. It'll slow down soon enough. I'm not going to let you die, friend. No, that would be far too easy. Since you seem to love this place so much, I'm going to make sure you never leave.
What are you doing?
Well then, I suppose this makes you my accomplice. So listen to me carefully.
God damn it,
I
not
wouldn't
again.
want you to end up in trouble. So please, keep this as our little secret, okay?
Uh-huh.
That's it. As long as you keep your mouth closed, both of us will be just fine. Though, perhaps it would be for the best if you quit your job here at the hospital.
What do you mean?
What? It's not like you need to worry about money or anything else. I promise I'll provide everything you could ever need and more. You never have to work another day in your life with me by your side. So smile for me.
But what if I liked being your intern? I guess I have no choice now but to shoot her my best smile.
You look so stunning. I want you to always look at me with that same smile. I'll never let another tear fall from your precious eyes. I will always protect you, body and mind, until the day you die. Even then, I'll still keep on protecting you. I could study embalming techniques to preserve you eternally.
Oh god, she's gonna mummify us.
Or, no, that's not enough. I could keep the most important parts of you all to myself. Your eyes, your ears, your heart. I'm sure I could make space on one of my shelves
Like,
for
yeah, in
such
some ways this may be
exceptional
worse, because she's like, yeah, I'm just
specimens.
gonna, you know, cut you up and put you on my shelf.
As for the rest, I'd want to show you off to the world. My pride and joy, my everything. We could use your bones to educate future generations here at the hospital. I always thought you had the structure of a model. In death, you could be just that. Please don't pull such an anxious expression, my darling. None of that matters in the present. We've got plenty of time to come to a fitting conclusion together. For now, you'll live your life in a world with no one else but me.
Okay.
Your eyes, your breath, your voice, your body, it all belongs to me. I alone your everything. I've never been so happy in my entire life. You did this.
I did this.
You changed me.
I did this.
So you see, when you think about it, this is all your fault.
It's like, no thanks, I don't want to be a specimen.
I never, ever want to let go of you. Even if you try to resist, I'll just teach you slowly, lesson by lesson, until you learn you're entirely mine. I'll wipe the word no from your vocabulary. You already captured my heart. It's only fair I have yours.
No, I like it in my chest, ma'am.
So, let's be grateful for finding one another. Not many people are lucky enough to meet their forever partner. We'll
Forever
stay
partner?
together for the rest of our lives. No, even after we exit this world, we'll find a way to remain as one in death.
Alright, well. Tomomi wins. Fatality. Alright, well, that was fun. That was an ending. But yeah, no, like I said, I'll have all the links when I upload the VOD in the description. So thank you all so much for coming. I look forward to more of this stuff. Let me close this because this is full screen. So it's not in the way. Alright, we will raid, Haven't rated this person in a while. Make sure I'm spelling her name right. Okay. The only winning move is not to even get a job at the hospital. Yeah, it's like, that was your first mistake. Alright, good night, everyone. Do not stick your dick in crazy, for the love of God. Like, for real, for real. Good night.